Wish there was a way, or maybe there is. You know what?
Will.
There probably is, and I
Oh,
just need to. Okay, you know what? I figured that out in my head. That doesn't. Okay, never mind.
You wish there was a way what, though? I want to help you.
Because I arrange my windows the way I like them for like the first 15 to 20 minutes of every session,
Mm-hmm.
and like, how come when I open it, it doesn't just go back to that? And
In what?
and I realized
Oh, in Roll20.
it's well, yeah, but I mean the way I have the various programs tiled on my screen, it's not a regular
Thing.
tessellation of the plane. It's all they're all different because I need different sizes of different stuff. And I wanted to just go back to that, and I realize a large part of it is because I'm still mooching off of my wife's laptop.
That's fair.
So yeah.
I was going to give Mitzi or going to give Mo an opportunity to say it's because Roll20 is terrible, but it's really a larger question than just Roll20 being terrible.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is
Well,
terrible. Like
once
someone asked me,
I
like, hey, how's Fantasy Grounds? I'm like, I don't know. I barely use Roll20. Like,
That's
I
fair.
just use it because other people use it.
That's
yeah,
fair.
once you told me the trick of open Roll20 and then open Discord, I haven't had any problems with it.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry, I'm eating lunch.
Do your thing, man. This is casual. It's like we're sitting around home. I mean, it's
Yeah.
totally fine.
But we're going to
Totally
get going,
fine.
which is really important since it's already 45 minutes into when we should have been starting, and I apologize for that. Luckily,
good
I
at
think
this.
we're so good at this.
We all contributed.
All right. I left this map up as a reminder of that pink the pink light trail as Mitzi just says, "You know what? I'm out. I can't.
She did that.
I just can't right now." Not a lot is said to the rest of the group.
Hey, kiddo.
Afterwards, there is a lot of damage control, both figuratively and literally. You guys did, whether or not everybody was planning on doing this, but Oya certainly let the press think that this was entirely a exemplars operation. Not because they're taking credit for it, but because they're taking the blame for the damage.
That's a good move.
So the video footage that gets used, there certainly could have been video footage that was showing a whole lot of large aquatic creatures. And that's
really
mixed.
That out.
That's mixed in there certainly, but they don't use anywhere it's just that. And there's a lot of plants. There's Transcendent with the big clap thing. That whole clap thing gets. That's the newsreel looping thing that they show over and over and over again.
Just salt in the wound.
And a lot of the news people are ascribing the aquatic imagery to some new tech that Nautilus has come up with. Because Ocean and Nautilus was up on the roof, they got like a couple of zoom shots of him being up on the roof and a gun and gesticulating, and they're like, clearly Nautilus trying out some new technology against these unknown simian enemies. You know, that kind of stuff. So there's a little bit of they're allowed to, and basically exemplars allow them to be wrong.
Right.
Yep.
Which is probably all to the good.
I was gonna say, I feel like this is probably a world where the conspiracy theorists are surprisingly like pretty on point with some stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and definitely people are like tearing this apart. You know, Nautilus has never shown any energy construct technology. He's never developed anything in that direction. If it's not a good pull quote from Twitter, if it's not a mustache treatment, it's not something that Nautilus is going to come up with these days. You know, beard treatment, something like that. But it does tend to it draws attention away from, you know, there is some theorizing on the internet about the fact that you guys are seen on the roof, certainly seen doing some stuff. Mitzi's big shield.
If freaking like
You flying?
wing
Well,
thing
yeah,
was,
you
was
flying
cool
around.
as fuck.
It's up there. It's on there. And there's some people who are paying more attention to that, positively and negatively. But generally speaking, they don't garner a huge audience. They don't get a lot of attention necessarily.
We're not to the point yet where we've got like dedicated fans going, "Oh, hey, they were the same ones at the blah blah blah." Oh yeah.
Well, no,
you.
You absolutely have that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you just don't have a lot of it,
Right.
and nobody listens to those people. You know.
Fine with me. Ruh-roh.
You know, you're famous on TikTok with 60,000 followers is not the same as
I'm happy with that.
1.3 or whatever.
Yeah.
So you've got that. No, you've got a rabid fan base, and you have your rabid detractors.
They're just in a basement somewhere covered in Cheeto dust.
Troll for Initiative has a lot to say about how much
Oh my god.
Birthright might have actually contributed to the fight or did not.
I imagine that is Troll for Initiative still salty about the prank I pulled on? Or wait, would Troll for Initiative know that Perry did that though? That's the thing.
No, but he's well, I think he's managed to get an idea that it's you guys collectively.
Yeah. Right.
So he's really willing to point out like the people who didn't seem to have done anything. You know.
It's like the old threat of, if anything bad happens to this person, I don't care how it happened to them. I am going to blame you. So, yeah.
There's a really super grainy, like clearly zoomed in to make the picture the right size for Twitter. Screen grab of a news helicopter shot. Perry on the roof, standing next to the portal. You know, what is Perry's like? Oh, Fractal.
Yeah.
And the comment, like the picture's up there, and here we have Fractal heroically holding a door open.
Hodor.
Bravely holding a door open for two of the women on the Exemplars team.
So they're upset
that
upset that I'm being chivalrous now, right?
Yeah.
That's the trollish the trollish thing. It's like, yeah. Nice work there, sport.
As a side thing, I think it's very funny that we're 10 episodes in and I still don't have a full understanding of Perry's power set.
To be fair,
I'm not sure Perry.
I was
I'm
gonna
not sure
say
Perry has a full understanding of Perry's power.
To be fair, I don't think Perry does either. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's accurate. All right. So that I've just given this mostly as background. You guys have a general idea of like how the city basically reacted to it. You guys are on the radar a little bit, but nobody's pointing. It's like, oh god, they give these kids some power and they've wrecked like 3 buildings downtown. I guarantee you that the high rises that are anywhere near Exemplar Tower are insured within their last breath. Like they are. Those high rises that are right near Exemplar Tower have been rebuilt multiple times. In fact, I'm looking I don't know if if this is a computer rendering, but if you look at the bottom of this particular high rise here, like it stops being down near the city, down near the ground, it stops being windows and it looks like a bunker. And yeah. I know that's probably just how it is, but boy does that track. We've gone for brutalist architecture within the blast radius of your typical fireball, you know, going off at ground level or thereabouts. All right. So So,
Gentle, gentle.
school. That was Saturday.
Okay, you have to pull him up, kiddo. I can't lift you today.
Sunday, quiet and I don't know, quiet. Who wasn't respond? Let's put it this way: Sunday, who wasn't responding to text messages, even if they got them? Mitzi. Revenant.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I had something in my other ear. Can you ask that question again, please?
Yeah, who wasn't responding to text messages the day after, even if they were getting them from the team?
Got it.
And that was a big high five for Mitzi and Revenant, who had some shit to work through. I feel like Sean has something to add there too.
I was gonna say I'm sending text messages to everybody, but the grammar and punctuation is really bad because I'm having to use text to speech because I don't have hands right now.
Why don't you have hands?
They did.
Because I broke them on Transcendent's chest.
They did put you in like a pair of like sort of isolation and immobilization gloves with like the high tech like hyper tech version of aloe vera gel in there. So
Back to gloves.
So you're gonna back to gloves. You basically have back to gloves on.
I was actually gonna see if Perry would make me something like that.
I got to mute for just a second.
So your whole all day Sunday, but you should be essentially like wear gloves so people aren't like, oh dude, what happened to your hands like on Monday? But you should be basically okay. That's what who explains it to you? I think
Moving a little bit slower.
Streak does. I don't know what your healing rate is on your own or anything. Like, based on your powers and stuff. And oh wait, no. So I'm sure you'll be fine tomorrow. You'll be fine. And because she's like tracking, she actually leaves the room for a second.
That was in character. That's amazing.
Yeah, no, yeah. She's like, based on your powers or whatever. And there's like a little bit of a blur, and it's from her leaving the room to check on what your power set is, and then coming back and like, based on your powers are. I mean, so. You'll be fine. You'll be fine on Monday. I'm sure you'll be fine.
I love Streak.
She's great. So what it works out on Monday is that you're about 70% on the right hand, and the left hand is still maybe 30%. You've got like your thumb and your index finger. These guys need to just be taped together and not allowed to move at all.
Should I roll to see if I'm right-handed or left-handed?
No, you don't need to. What would be funnier? Because I'm
left-handed.
Saturn.
Oh, I'm left-handed.
Yeah. Wow. I am
Yeah.
shocked. Wait.
Perry's zero period is all about making these really interesting articulated gloves, and the shop teacher's just like back there, like half in the door with like a cigarette, his morning cigarette, going bye with a cigarette. Like, why are you making gloves in shop?
I
Like,
think
why wouldn't you make gloves in home?
It's fascinating to me that you guys all like have zero periods that are like regular classes.
My zero
Math,
period
science,
in
and history and social studies in there.
Hey, Perry.
Zero period for me, for real, for Frank in California, not Australia or anywhere else, was jazz band. It was like electives were zero period.
Right.
See, and my zero period was madrigal choir. Like,
Which I
kinda
can't imagine being a tenor and having zero period.
I'm going to be 100% honest. It was not fun.
No, Jesus.
I kind of think it would be really funny, given Perry's whole origin story, that he's not actually a student here, but just kind of like comes into classes and like nobody's like called him on it.
Actually, that's probably accurate. That's probably accurate. And he's just
He
like
doesn't
after
even
hours
go
slipped
here.
in and put some stuff in the files just so enough. Perry. What? So yeah, that's probably it. Yeah.
Like he's just here to hang out with his friends. Like that's it.
He's
Like-
in the system.
Like the guy in Real Genius who still shows up to, oh Jesus, there's only two of us in the room. They're gonna get that reference. Go watch Real Genius, and
I
Perry,
remember
and
Real
you'll know
Genius.
who
Real
Perry is.
genius.
The big old
Sorry, I
lizard.
just assume that I'm like 3 generations older than everybody here.
No.
So, I mean, obviously,
two.
Joyce and I are probably born the same year, but
Obviously.
he's been
Ouch.
rode hard more than I have.
My dad always said it's not the age that's going to kill you; it's the mileage.
And
the mileage.
Yeah. Unfortunately, apparently, I've been running on my face for about 40 of my years. So,
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
man.
sorry. I had distractions galore, and then that took
Totally
me off the
fine.
rails here, and I
all right.
brought you with me. So,
So-
we're back.
Yeah. So you're coming in. I don't know. If you're left-handed, that it makes sense that you're more messed up on that side. So yeah, you might be writing like a kindergartner today if you got to fill stuff out.
Happens.
The first, what's your zero period? Oh, your intro to Spanish. C. That cracks me up. Senior Shepherd, what happened to your hands?
Uh,
En español.
no sé, lo siento.
Ay, ay, ay.
Ay, ay, ay is not. No.
That is.
I mean, luckily
I'm gonna
today,
pass out again. Jesus fuck.
luckily today we are simply verbally conjugating verbs. Or orally conjugating verbs. No,
Oh, good.
no written,
Because I'm so good at
Oh,
that.
delay.
No,
We're
we're- yeah.
conjugating verbs.
no written work today. We're just conjugating verbs orally with a partner. So yeah. Okay, so zero period Spanish. So people that are doing it sort of as an extracurricular, are using up, they're burning an extracurricular on a language thing. I'm trying to think of the kind of folks that would be in that class. It's not a big class, like 8 people. Who do you get
It's
paired
probably
up?
like people who are like seniors who
it's-
are like need to get that language.
Oh
in.
yeah.
If it's intro, it's the oh shit, I need this to go to wherever, or I need this to. Yeah,
I just need this to graduate. Like,
yeah,
Okay.
that's rough.
All right. Tell me about the school valedictorian.
Me?
So whoever. Tell me about the school valedictorian.
His name's Robert California, and he.
What?
It's the James Spader from The Office.
No.
Okay. What's his deal?
Or her. Could be a her.
Or her,
Oh no,
yeah.
it needs to be a her. It needs to be a her.
It
Well-
definitely does. Yeah. Shame on me for having a
Roberta
misogynistic
Calloway.
assumption.
Roberta Calloway
There we
is
go.
if she were in like college would be running a double major right now with straight A's.
Yeah.
She is in Intro to Spanish because of essentially a bookkeeping error, a technicality of a missing credit. She was ready. She has the credits that she needs for college already. Like this semester will finish her. She doesn't need the second semester except for the fact that she actually needs to fill a slot. And this was the only thing they could schedule her for in zero period, which is where she needs it.
I feel like she's already fluent in Spanish and French.
No, Italian and French.
Oh,
She didn't
okay,
do
okay.
Spanish. Once you
Okay,
have
so
Italian
she-
and French, you've got Spanish.
That's pretty much it.
She
yeah.
will happily explain that to you.
And plus, she's going to do her gap year in Florence, so she's got the Italian.
And she
Sorry,
already
Firenze.
she's overdone on, she's working on Cantonese right now.
Of course, she is.
And ASL,
Yeah.
which in this school doesn't even count as a foreign language, which is ridiculous. She's got opinions. But so she needs to pick up a thing. She's got her curriculum completely wired out. She will explain this angrily to anybody who stands still long enough. She has all the credits that she needs to be completely done with this institution by the end of the first semester, and then she doesn't even have to come until walking down the aisle, and I'll still be a valedictorian even if I don't do the last semester. Except, in order to do that, I have to do something in zero period, and it has to meet this particular requirement, and blah, 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 blah. And the only thing that they've got in zero period is another foreign language for a language I do not need. Anyway, she's very upset. She's opinionated.
Spanish is the second most spoken language in the world. I don't know if you knew that or not.
She's also your study partner.
Oh.
I was assuming that she was saying all of that out loud next to me.
Oh God, yes. She's sitting down.
That's what I thought. You know, Spanish is the second most spoken language in the world.
Also beautiful to sing in. Just as a
That is amazing insight. I wonder if it's going to be on the test. No, it isn't. It's going to be verb conjugation.
Okay. So I guess we'll get to that. There are three kinds of verbs. There are AR verbs, ER verbs, and IR verbs. And basically what conjugating is making a verb agree with its subject. Am I testing you or are you testing me?
She's pinching the bridge of her nose so tight the fingertips are going to meet in the middle, like through the flesh. You are definitely testing me.
All right.
No, not on the spit. Please tell me you're doing this on purpose. I cannot handle the possible revelation that this is just how you are.
I mean, I'm just a simple kid from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm just trying my best to succeed just like you are. You just happen to be a little bit brighter than I am. It's not my fault that I wasn't raised in it. Never mind. We don't have to get into all that. So you're going to start with the infinitive, right? You're going to start with the infinitive, which is going to be either an AR, an IR, or an ER.
She's
then
taking the book like... All right. What's her name? Roberta. What did you say?
Roberta Calloway.
Roberta Calloway.
Somebody drop it in the notes.
Yes. Roberta Calloway, valedictorian and future ex-wife of Silas Shepherd.
Oh my God!
No, I'm
I
kidding.
rebuke that.
The teacher about halfway through all of this, and you guys are getting you two are getting really absolutely nowhere.
Fantastic.
I just want to remind everyone that there will be a class presentation on this tomorrow. You will be presenting as a team on what you were reviewing today. It will be 25% of your grade for the semester, so I would really encourage everybody to do your very best. And she kind of leans over, kind of near your desk. She's looking at everybody else, but she's leaning over the desk that you two are kind of sharing, to do your very best. Por favor.
Si, señorita.
What is his
I would like
teacher's
to.
name?
What's
I
that?
would also like to add that Birthright is like getting the knowledge, but his pronunciation is still god awful.
Oh, that reminds me. Oh God, it's just quick, small tangent. I saw a video where this person did a southern accent in Japanese southern, like in the southern accent.
That's amazing.
It was like konnichiwa.
That's incredible.
Konnichiwa.
Sorry, but what's this teacher's name?
I need a...
Domo arigato. Gozaimasu.
Oh my God, this one,
I don't think we gave her a name yet.
we did not. Her last name though, here's the fun part, and I don't know why the school is like this right now. Her name is... Oh, go.
I'm just picturing Sofia Vergara.
Yes.
Not because of any relevance to the game, but just because I like picturing Sofia Vergara.
I need it.
I do
there
too,
you
so
go.
I understand.
Well, something for everybody.
Yeah.
No, I can't remember her last name. I need a picture of whoever it is that you're talking about because I don't recognize the name.
Modern Family, but
Hold on, let me pull up my episode of Modern Family and see if there's a screen. Sorry, braggity brag.
Oh, really?
Were you in Modern Family?
I have one episode. Yeah.
really,
What?
that's so
Yeah.
cool.
No, honestly, I was not in a scene with. Well, no, I was not. I was not technically in a scene with hers in the continuity of the shot. She was on set that day, but not in anything that I did.
Colmenero.
See,
Colmenero. Colmenero. So the reason I'm picking that as a surname is because, and this is, my daughter had this issue. When she was learning Spanish. She took Spanish. The school that she was at started doing it when they were in kindergarten all the way, and so she had it all the way through 6th grade, and then never wanted to do Spanish again. But she was being taught by somebody who was teaching them Spanish. Maybe that's not how I should be describing it.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because it's very different if you're learning Spanish from somebody from Mexico City or if you're learning Spanish. Sorry, I shouldn't be talking this. Let me throw this over to the person who's actually, anyway, I'm not qualified, but yes, I know what you're talking about.
No, I get it too, because I had learned through public schools, because my dad refused to teach me as a kid, so... It's like, you'll learn in school. It's fine. Cool. 8 years of public school and a semester in college later, I can kind of speak it.
My mom,
I can kind of read it.
my wife did the whole
Don't
like,
worry, gato.
Spanish by immersion for a couple years,
Yeah.
where she learned like math and science and stuff like that in Spanish. So
I
she knows a lot more about it than I do.
you kind of have to know at least a little bit to just even exist in New Mexico.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Sure.
like, I know every single insult ever.
that's fair.
And yeah.
But what drove me crazy about it is that she was learning the pronunciation from this woman who I'm sure spoke very well, and she was natively from Spain. But her pronunciation, or she learned there, but her pronunciation of pretty common words that I knew from, like, I was on a tech help desk where like half our folks were bilingual so that they could handle the incoming calls for that. I knew,
Right.
they were very kind to me. It's like we would do lunch orders and stuff, and it's like, that's great. You said quesadilla correctly. Good job. But they would say these words, and they're like, sweetie, that's not how you say that. She goes, it's how Senor says it. I'm saying it that way, and it drove me crazy. So I'm doing that because that's the teacher that you have. You have somebody who's doing this zero period Spanish, intro to Spanish is doing
Castilian.
Castilian Spanish, as opposed to
Barcelona.
northern, southern American continents, the American continents type of Spanish.
Oh,
Anyway.
she's teaching textbook Spanish.
She's teaching textbook
Very,
Spanish
very
as
different.
opposed to,
That's what I learned, because
I think of as real Spanish. And it's
And then
and the pronunciations are all like, I mean, they're not wrong, ish.
There's an analog. If people who were doing dialect studies in England, they would go to places where we really want to get the accent of this region, and they would hand the natives, quote unquote, the region, the people from there, they would hand them something to read, and they would pick it up and switch immediately when they were reading. They would switch from whatever dialect / accent, depending on which school you're from, that they were. So they would switch from, Yorkshire or wherever to perfect BBC English, because that's how they were taught to read out loud in school.
Sure.
And they were
That's
like,
crazy.
we're supposed to be. So yeah, that's
Is
a real
that
thing.
is that code switching? Is that what that is?
Technically, yeah, it is a form of code switching, even though it's not language. It is technically, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Presentation, that kind of thing. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So
You know what? How about Perry just said that at like nutrition when you're hanging out bitching about Spanish? So there you go.
Mitten Hands
There you go.
McGee arguing with the valedictorian in 0 period Spanish. There's going to be a quiz tomorrow. There's going to be a presentation tomorrow. Group effort. Get ready for that.
On a Tuesday? Like, what?
Yeah. Surprise. It's 0 period. She can kind of do whatever she wants.
Half the office isn't even in the parking lot yet.
This is true. Yeah. I'm looking at the other folks here. We had intro Spanish.
Oh, do you need me to pull mine down? Mine's at the very top, so.
I'll get there. Madrigal Choir. Shop.
I'm hanging out with the shop teacher.
This is just art.
Art.
For 0.
Math with Caleb after that. Shop with Silas. Okay. The day Mondays being especially Monday. By the time I gotta look at what Perry's last answer here is, because Perry, didn't you put up a more filled out version of your?
Yeah, mine's. I've got 4 slots that I didn't fill in yet, so we've got some wiggle room. I just know that one of them is like AP physics with Julian.
Apparently, this is sort of like a week for testing. I've noticed this as an observer, as a parental observer, that sometimes there's just weeks where it seems like everybody's decided that they're going to give some sort of exam. So by the time you guys are sort of, would you co-commiserate at any point during the lunchtime? Just have lunch in the struggle bus kind of a thing, or are you guys still kind of? There's not really a ton of reason to be avoiding each other as much as there is just. Saturday was rough. It isn't like you had.
I think, like during math class, I think Caleb and Mitzi finally chat.
And you were the two.
So sort of. You all may not have any reason. I feel like this is all my fault. Like the whole thing went bad because of that. So I'm just like I've got a hoodie on that I stole from Silas for the first time ever because I don't own hoodies. And so I've got a hood up, and I'm just like...
Is your mohawk down? Like you don't have your mohawk
down? Yeah, I have no product in my hair. Wow. Generally I take pride in my punk appearance. I look... grungy is the best way to put it.
Totally changed his look.
Yeah, Mitzi was gonna put her hair in space buns, but it's just down today because she didn't feel like dealing with it.
Did you say space buns?
Yeah, when she sees that.
So cute, the Princess Leia thing.
I meant Leia buns, and I was like, "That's awesome."
Not like Princess Leia buns, but just
the ones. Yeah. Actually, sort of the ones.
Sailor Moon buns. How about that? That's a better.
Okay, that makes more sense. Space buns, I will always think of as the Leia buns.
Well,
and the ones up here to me are always Sailor Moon buns.
I feel like Carrie Fisher's daughter actually did ones in the last couple of movies that were similar to that. Anyway, so you guys are in math. You negotiate or quick kind of slide chairs around and stuff. So when there's a paired up bit, you get a chance to kind of talk while not doing your math.
They don't have to talk. She can just be like, knock, knock.
I feel like, yeah. Oh, that's true. You don't have to be actually talking. You don't have to be paired up to talk, I guess is a better way of saying that. Doesn't even have to disrupt the class. But I absolutely feel like, given the opportunity and some friendly face actually in the room, I don't see how Revenant isn't going to.
I'm definitely more comfortable with, if there's a partner thing happening, I'm going to be just sneak over. It's that thing where it's how the cat comes up and is like, I want you to pet me, but I'm not going to tell you that I want you to pet me. I'm just going to hang out near you and you need to figure it out. That's kind of how his brain is right now.
I think of this in anime tropes. This every so often when the character is somebody's clearly upset, you get a shot of them. The entire background around them is black. They've got kind of a blue haze around them and black lines coming off of them. And the sound in the background is like, whoa. And you're like, what's wrong? And there's whoa. And it's just because they're depressed about their math grade or something like that. That is... If this were an anime, that's exactly how Revenant would be right now. And I guess psychically that may actually be how he looks, because if you look at him like that, he can actually do all of those effects around himself.
And honestly, with Mitzi's brain, she could probably like catch that as well. Because
Oh, yeah.
even if she doesn't like try to like peek in, like sometimes people just exude that like energies and like he's like a ramped up empath.
I
like,
may
just-
be assuming a media diet that doesn't match up with everybody else, but he's doing like the psychic equivalent of when Howl gets depressed about his hair color being wrong in Howl's Moving Castle, and all the ooze is coming off of him and just sort of flowing all over the floor. Psychically speaking, I'm saying psychically speaking, he's just like.
He's psychically oozing, yes.
He's psychically oozing.
I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't remember that from Howl's Moving Castle, but I also haven't seen it since the year it came out.
That show is 100. First of all, it's delightful, but it is such an animation flex. If you go in and look at some of like his Howl's room, every single thing in Howl's room, down to him lolling his head on the pillow, is such an animation flex. It's unbelievable.
I mean, Miyazaki's a fucking genius.
Exactly. But I enjoy that because they asked Diana Wynne Jones what she thought of the movie, and she goes, "I'm really happy that my story inspired this other story, which is clearly absolutely nothing at all like my book whatsoever, and I mean at all. But I'm glad that I inspired that." I like to think of it as, because I've read the book to my kids and then we watch the movie and they're like, why is it nothing like this? I'm like, here's how I think of it. The book is how Sophie tells the story, and the movie is how Howl tells the story. Anyway.
I love it.
Anyway. But anyway, yeah, psychically oozing.
Yeah,
I'll
I think
let
if he comes
Mitzi
over,
open
like,
this door. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if he's coming over to like sit with her, he just sort of looks and just sort of like taps her temple, just to like be like,
Pick up the
"You
phone.
gonna let me in?"
I'm 100% like I'm like ready to go. I'm just kind of like daydreaming at this point. So like I'll like 100% let you in, and like the first thing that you would see, like if you were like because I'm just kind of open at this point, like I'm not hiding anything. Well,
Yeah.
I am, but there's a practice to it. I'm basically like going over like baking recipes in my head, like constantly.
Is
And
that what you're
then
thinking?
That's what's actively happening. I'm going over different like baking recipes. Like I'm trying to figure out what the best way to make Boston cream pies into cupcakes is.
Yeah, I think she's like,
I don't know about anybody else in this game, but I'm interested.
Right. Yeah. At first you had my curiosity. Now you have my attention.
I think she's just like a gentle like, hey.
You know where I can find good pastry cream on lunch break? I say that out loud. I've just said that.
What an edge case requirement too. Like
I think she does the mental thing back, and she's like, you don't have to talk out loud still, and
Oh yeah. Oops.
no, I don't. Sorry, I don't think I've seen pastry cream once. I think I know it exists.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I mean,
How's your face doing? Is he still like swollen? Like, is it like?
I've got like the bandage on my nose. Like, I could not sing this morning at all, and I'm still a little upset about it. Like, I mean, we're all here, so
I haven't seen the others in school yet.
I mean, we're okay, I guess. Are you okay?
Feel awful.
I mean, same. Fucking same.
What happened?
I don't know.
I just know that I got stuck and my brain got stuck in everybody else's brain. And I couldn't move.
Oh, I mean...
And I mean everybody's brain.
Oh, like... What do you mean everybody's brain? Like everybody that was there, or like the whole city? I don't know the scale of what you can do.
Oh God! It was everybody in the city. My head might
Oh.
explode.
No,
No,
if it was.
if
It was.
if
God.
it was, but no, it was the monkeys, Cracker, y'all.
Yeah,
Blackbird,
nobody
like-
needs them. Sorry.
I don't know why. I don't know why I was like trying to look for answers, and I did,
You-
and then like
I don't know.
sorry. Yeah.
You don't need to be sorry. You're not the one who told us who had this great plan.
And your plan
And
was so
then
good. No,
fucked
no, no.
it up.
You did not fuck it up.
Have you seen Silas's hands recently? I'm pretty sure, like,
And I think she paused and she's like, "Oh shit." No, she says "oh shit" out loud, like just like softly, like underneath her breath, like "oh shit."
you say that, and I'm just like, yeah, oh shit, indeed. And I just like write down some wrong math problem so that if like the teacher comes over, I'd be like, that's what we're talking about, not other stuff.
Well, and you guys are like it. You're mentally. She's like, yeah. The teacher comes by and says, "We do have a test tomorrow, Mr. Losheen."
Look at the teacher and just be like, do you really expect me to pass? I'll try, but come on, man.
I can't remember who the math teacher is, but
I don't know if we got a math teacher name.
I thought we did. Like, that's the thing
Hold
is,
on. Hold on, I'm scrolling up.
I'm not sure if we did. I think I remember the math one.
Science, vice principal, AP physics, phys ed. Yeah, no, we don't have a math teacher.
I thought it was in the conversation a little bit lower. I thought.
I scrolled all the way up, so like.
Oh, okay.
How many?
That's like it was in my playthroughs of like me reading, like listening to everything.
Francis Greenview.
Miss Greenview.
what?
Mr.
Oh,
Mr. Greenview.
Francis.
it's definitely like I anticipate him like being a very uncomfortable to be around man. Like just there's just a thing about him that you're like, please don't touch me. Like I'm afraid. Like I'm scared. Like and not in like a like real bad way, but like a like. Stop it. I don't know. It's just.
He gives out creepy vibes.
Yes, definite creepy vibes. Mr. Greenview. Okay.
Yep.
And I think Mitzi sort of like looks at him, and she sort of just like, because he leans over and he just, he gets in that bubble, like her social bubble, and she just kind of leans back a bit because at the end there's an extra big bubble.
There was a creepy science teacher at one of my high schools who, after doing lots of notes on the board, would turn around and there would always be a smear of chalk dust across like his crotch because he had been like leaning against the board. So I feel like
the chalk tray.
The chalk tray and so I feel like the obvious analogy here is that there's just sort of a permanent stain on like the ridges of the khakis that he wears of just various colors of dry erase ink that just over the years you can't get out. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Did I leap too far over the creepy line?
No,
Was that too far?
No, it's perfect. But I also hate it.
Yeah.
So
he's got
I'm just
Coke bottle bottom glasses and a comb over.
Oh, I was gonna say he had a Friar Tuck.
Oh, that's better. I like that better.
Oh my god.
But like not like a full it's like stringy. Did you ever watch Kung Fu Hustle? You know what I'm talking about then, right?
Hold on. I'm trying my Google image search is trying to keep up with all of the things that you're adding to the description.
Right.
This guy's complicated.
Yeah, if you look up the hairstyle for the frog guy from Kung Fu Hustle, just look up frog guy from Kung Fu Hustle and you'll see the hair. That's the hair I imagine he has.
Oh my lord. Lord.
I'm really excited to see what Sean's reaction to this is. I just see him looking like, I'm gonna find this. Did you?
Oh God. Oh, this is terrible.
Honestly, that kind of just looks. That's just kind of Mr. Greenview too. Because if you look at, he's got the same kind of like the same frame, just big old glasses on top of that. But that hair, that just like wispy and
Yeah.
not enough of it.
Once he finally goes away,
Just
just
glare at him.
Yeah, she's just gonna like watch him walk off and then like shake her.
As he like comes up, I'm just gonna like brain to. I'm just gonna brain to Mitzi and be like, why did we take this class again?
We have to take math in order to finish school.
Do we have to finish school?
Sometimes. I believe so.
Fuck.
And we're not good at math, so this is why we get stuck with him.
That's fair.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
And then, once he leaves, Mitzi's gonna look at him, like, in the eye holes. Just do the brain thing.
The eye holes. Okay. That wasn't remotely creepy. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. And she's gonna be like, look, you had a great plan. It was good. It was solid. You had us doing everything to cover our bases. You are a fantastic leader. I don't know what happened, just the chaos of the fight itself, or what have you. My power is that I still don't know what the fuck happens. But
Can I tell you a secret?
yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing with any of my powers. I have no idea what's going on. I just think things, and then apparently monsters come out of the woodwork or sides of buildings. Help?
We can definitely work on stuff if you want to. But I just want to let you know that you're a fantastic leader, and thank you for taking charge of it. I'm sorry I went sideways, but...
I'm gonna raise my hand in the class, and I'm just gonna be like, I have to go to the bathroom, and I'm gonna get up and like...
No! I'm trying to comfort you! Come back!
No. This is like, I'm like walking away.
Come back! I need to comfort you! Come back here!
I'm like wiping away tears. Like, I just book it out of the class. I don't ask for permission. Like, I don't wait for him to say yes. I'm just like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I get up and I like
Mitzi,
book
what
it
do you
out
do?
and like...
Mitzi's like, you know we're still connected, right?
It's gonna start going over baking recipes again. But like, I can't even hide the sound that I'm like crying in the brain. So I'm just like, just
Set me to 350 degrees.
That's exactly what's happening. And like,
Oh my god.
And I think Mitzi's just trying not to feel bad that she just made Caleb cry. But also just I was going for a comfort support route
I know.
for you.
so here's the thing. This is not a I'm sad because of this. This is a I'm crying because people actually give a crap and I'm very happy. But I also have to maintain my edginess as a punk and nobody in class can see me cry.
Oh.
That's what that is.
Toxic masculinity.
Yes, that is.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally like, I just like whisper that like in the brain, and that's all I say is like, you just like hear like me talking about chocolate ganache and like making sure that I'm filling it with the pastry cream correctly, and you get the right amount of sugar versus salt. Otherwise, the structure is just all off, and your cupcakes are too dry, or they're too brittle, and you can't pull them out of the paper properly. I've done a lot of baking research on what actually happens with this, just for this character. I don't bake, but like now I know how it works.
I love when you're trying to like do nerd stuff, and then you accidentally develop a skill along the way.
I'm off to start a new hobby.
Yeah. What?
Thanks,
I should bake.
I'm gonna try and be fluent in Spanish by the end of this game.
Hey, that's also. I'm gonna learn how to make cupcakes before the end of this.
Okay.
It's. I'm gonna make Boston cream cupcakes too. So I just you just hear me whisper toxic masculinity as I am out of the room and in the bathroom.
Boys, does that count as a comfort and support?
I mean,
is he letting you?
That's the thing. You can roll.
I absolutely feel better.
You should roll. It always boils down to A, kind of how the dice treated you, and B, whether or not he responded, opened up, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, first of all, how did it land?
I'm also angry because I have 4 out of 5 conditions right now, so.
I gotcha.
She's trying. She's still try.
I can tell you, from my character's perspective, I absolutely do I feel like I'm not gonna just say no in case I need to jump in a leadership spot again. Which is where he was before that conversation.
Right.
Caleb's a very simple man to comfort and support. She'd be like, "We do love you. We don't hate you. That's it." Yeah, that's all I need. Just every once in a while.
Just needs to be reminded that he's loved. All right, I'm gonna do it.
Not hated.
Hey, I cleared it. All right, I hit it. I got an 8. I hit it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I like how it's cleared it like you're doing a high jump.
Yeah, I cleared it.
I mean, kinda.
I mean, especially with my angry condition with a -2.
Oh yeah. So cover support with an 8. Yeah, on the hit they hear you. They mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels if they open up to you. But
did not open up.
He could though.
He could have. He could still continue to do so.
This is mostly as I'm leaving, I'm literally saying it's just toxic masculinity crap. I can't. People don't tell me that you guys don't realize y'all are all I got, and it just reminds me that I'm loved and you guys actually care about me.
That's opening.
As a person.
That's
what I'm doing. I'm in the bathroom psychically. I just can't physically be there because I'm crying. It's
so. I think I've recommended this before, but I'm going to just recommend once again the Murderbot Diaries, which is a series of novellas. The main character is a sort of an android combat unit. And they access security systems and stuff like that, and they hate making eye contact with people to the point where it's whenever anything gets socially awkward and they start getting nervous about the fact that everybody's looking at them in their actual eye holes, they switch to watching the conversation through the security cameras in the room because they're much more comfortable looking at things as though it's like television shots. Mm-hmm. It just, I don't know, it reminds me a lot of some of Caleb's current energy. I think it counts as opening up. I think it does, personally.
Yeah.
So
which do you want to do? I was aiming to clear a condition, but if you want to do something else, that's all.
I mean, I know I have a bunch of conditions. I don't know which ones they are anymore. Guilty. Actually, I would clear guilty because I don't feel like it's my fault anymore. So much as maybe I'm just not good at it yet. It's not I did this and I'm just the worst. Maybe I just need practice. Maybe that's all it is. I'm feeling less guilty about it and less I put the team in danger and more well, sometimes, bad stuff happens. So that's what I would say. But do you have a recommendation, Mitzi, on what you wanted to do?
That's perfect. Nope. That's
okay. Oh, as I'm doing, I'm just Mitzi, come to the sanctuary after school. Okay? We're gonna. What are you doing, Joyce?
There's a fly.
I thought you were doing that to us. I was like,
no.
Stop. Okay.
No, I'm good. We're all good. We're all good here.
Okay. We're good. All right, and I think that's where the scene ends. It's just.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if he's going to do very well on the test tomorrow. I don't know if we mentioned that, but he's just got a soul patch. And his habit is to sit there with his thumb on his chin and just stroke the soul patch.
Oh
while
my
he's
God,
thinking.
it's John Lovitz. John Lovitz is Mr. Greenview.
Oh my God.
He's losing his mind.
He's losing
and I'm
his
reaping all the benefits.
And I'm reaping all the benefits. Yes.
Okay, I know you said John Lovitz, but my head pictured Harvey Korman.
Interesting.
But like,
Interesting.
I don't know why in my head that's where I went. Like, I heard John Lovett's voice. I just saw Harvey Korman's face in my brain. They don't look anything alike, but so cool.
Lunchtime. Do you guys actually connect at lunchtime as a group typically? I'm curious.
I don't know about typically, but I'm going to go find Silas on lunch.
I was going to say, there's before lunch is like
It's our class.
our
And also y'all have shops. So I don't know if you want to
shop with Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got shop with Perry. He's got some gloves for you. They're very Perry.
Dope.
I feel like I would have you know how in metal shop you put the special powder on the metal and then you in it, like, what's that called? Not electroplating, it's the but anyway,
flux?
What is it?
Are you talking about flux when you're smelting metal, or are you talking about when you're?
No, it's like, literally like you are adhering a color to a metal, but it's with a. I haven't done it since 8th grade, and so I don't know what it's called, but it involves
I know what you're
metal
talking about.
and heat, and
so, I think it's just called coloring metal. You just use it's a colored metal dust that you add to it.
But I feel like I would have just thrown some casual neon on there, just you know, to respect Silas's aesthetic.
I do want to say I would have. I walk up to Perry after, like, while we're in class, and he goes, "So I have some ideas that I want to run by you." And he rolls out this thing that he's drawn, and it's like concept sketches for a new set of wings.
Hey, nice chiaroscuro shading.
He's like, the ones that I took were a little bulky. And what he wants is he's talking to Perry. He wants wings that like are like the Falcon wings, where they fold into a backpack and then can come out. And like he's kind of pitching this to Perry, be like, I mean, I think you smart kid, and you could probably build something like this, right?
Like, while you are describing the pitch or describing what you want, Perry has already filled like a 3-inch wide and 9-inch long column with just equations.
Yep.
Yeah. We could. Let's see. We don't have any of that. And he's like, you see his eyes go up and to one side, and he's like, and we don't have any of that in the shelves here. I'd have to. Yeah. Okay.
and Frank, out of character, I want you to build the Hero Forge model since Perry is designing the wings. So I want you to make.
Absolutely, will do that.
You should make the call on that.
All right, I'm on it.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, he's like, oh yeah, this is bitching.
So yeah, at the beginning of lunch. Go ahead.
Also, Perry absolutely uses the wrong slang from, like, he's always at least a decade off. So yes, he absolutely says this is bitching.
Hold on, that reminds me of a thing I have to look up and drop in the chat.
And then same color scheme. You like the black with the green?
Gotta go with the black and green, man.
All right, yeah.
That's my jam. Everyone else is doing purple on this team. I got to be different. So,
am I doing purple?
That is, I mean, your constructs are.
My constructs are. I'm like yellow and green.
God, that's a.
And I'm Perry is very Miami Vice, like white, teal, and pink. So
not emotionally, but like actually as a color symbol to like other biological entities. That's a toxic color combination.
White, teal, and pink.
No,
hell yeah.
I'm talking. No, the yellow and green is just like that. Just screams toxic to me. Like,
don't put your lips on it.
So actually, it wouldn't be at lunch, but in social studies, I just tell Silas, like, as we're sitting there, basically doing whatever it is we're doing in social studies, I'm just like, I need you to come to the sanctuary after class today. And then,
Okay.
you don't know where that is, do you?
Well, let's back it up a little bit because first of all, I want to say I'm sorry for this guy. It was a heat of the moment. I didn't know what was going on.
You didn't do it on purpose, did you?
No, but
then we're good. Don't worry about it.
I want to say sorry. I do not know where the sanctuary is.
Okay, I'll come get you after class.
Maybe a little later because I had a thing that I want to try and do.
I just said after class. It doesn't have to be immediately. Just sometime today, when we're done, come by the sanctuary. That's it. Or call me and I'll come get you.
All right.
Cool. I'm gonna go back to like.
Do you have a class with? Do you have a class with Perry?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, PE. After lunch.
Yep.
Okay. Perry looks somewhat. I can't. You'll have to, Perry. Here's the situation. You have to tell Revenant how you look, what your expression is, because you have to give tomorrow a presentation in class. In history.
Which class? In history? Oh, Jesus.
I thought we said Perry was avoiding all history classes. Did he get forced to take one?
I think it's one of those wrong place, wrong time. Like Perry was probably like buried in a book or something and looked up and the class had changed around him and now he's in this history class. He's like,
I have an assignment. You're not even registered for that class. I sat there. They told me I had an assignment. Now I've got an assignment.
Yeah, exactly.
It's on the Cold War and the effective. It's on the effective supers in the Cold War. Yeah.
Yeah. So
you have to give a
Perry's
history.
Perry's a little distraught. And remember, like Perry got a stitch in his side running from the field, like around an adjacent building, and was like, "Ow, ow, ow." So PE not his strong suit. Because if he needs to go anywhere that fast, he's either going to blip or portal. So,
I'm going to show Perry the best way to like fake run, like around the building, and then we're just going to like chill, like on one of the corners around like the lap thing.
Yeah, there's like a little, there's a little nook, like that's just big enough for a game of, like a miniature game of if you ever played the hybrid of that's like handball / foursquare / like down ball, because there's like a tiny little quad right there.
Yeah.
And if you go around that thing, there's that little quad where you can just like duck in, and you're out of view of like the hall pass monitors who are looking out to see if anybody's. There's just that little right, and it's probably the kind of place where if you reach behind a pipe, somebody has stashed a pipe. You know what I mean? Like it's probably that kind of nook sometimes, though not with Perry. It doesn't seem to be Perry's thing. But yeah, that's a good little spot. And he's like, dude, so I got to give this presentation, and like I got to make sure that it's shit that actually happened here. Like I don't even, and how do I, like I don't want to like ace this to the point of like revealing stuff that's been declassified, because you know what I mean, like I'm gonna get in trouble for shit that is still in a vault somewhere.
So Perry's spiraling.
Hey, Perry, hang on. I'm gonna put my hands up just like Perry that. Perry,
mutter, boner.
I'm here. I'm right here.
Okay.
I know about 3 things in the world: music, baking, history.
Okay,
that's
but if Havana had been nuked, you would have known about that, right?
It's okay. Havana's not nuked.
Havana is still here.
Havana's fine. Well, I mean, Havana exists. I don't know if Havana
for
is
a given
fine.
level of fine. It's not glass.
Not currently. Is that? I don't need to know. One of us spiraling in trying to figure out what history is correct is fine. You're allowed to do that. You do what you need to do.
Right.
I'm going to go write a paper on, what am I writing a paper on?
Cold War superheroes.
Gotcha. Okay. Are we talking now? Do we want? Is that it? Is that just free reign Cold War superheroes?
The effect of superheroes.
The problem is
on the Cold War.
The problem for Perry is it's a what if, because it's like what if the superheroes hadn't been around to affect the events of the Cold War, and as soon as you start throwing Perry into historical what ifs, the problem is isn't that he can't come up with anything. It's that he comes up with everything.
Yeah.
Mitzi, what is your friend's name?
It's Zhao.
Mitzi, she blipped. Oh, yeah. Zhao Da.
Okay.
Okay. Perry, it's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's what's going to happen.
What's going to happen?
Sometime after class today, after 6th period, you're going to come to the sanctuary. Okay?
Okay.
We're going to hang out. I will teach you how to bullshit your way through an exam where you don't have to say anything real in this paper, and yet you'll still give enough historical information that it seems real, and we're just going to make stuff up. It's going to work. I promise. Okay. History things like that are...
So you're gonna show me how to rub the garlic on the inside of the bowl before I make the word salad?
That's exactly right.
That's amazing.
Yeah. We got... don't even stress. I got you, buddy. Okay. I got you. We here together? We good?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm not even supposed to be in history class.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. You're going to do... It's either going to be the most entertaining thing you've ever done in your entire life, or
wear tap shoes.
Do you have to wear tap shoes? I mean, I don't know. Do you want to wear tap shoes?
It's I don't know why I said that.
That's okay. I don't know why you say a lot of things either. We're on the same page. It's great.
This is the most distressed I've been about. Like, why am I? This is just a high school class. Like, I should not even be that upset about this. It's just that I can't focus on the thing.
Hey, you're a teenager. We're going to be upset about everything. I'm upset about... I have to go find pastry cream. That's like... I cried in math class because somebody was like, hey, we don't hate you. You're pretty cool.
Why don't you go to the farmer's market on Wednesdays? That's right over here.
Because I need it for this afternoon.
Oh.
And we've kind of had a busy week.
Harry's looking up into his mental Rolodex and he pulls out a little smartphone and is like, this is the dairy that goes this is the dairy that comes to the farmer's market, and I bet if you called them, they'd probably be happy to sell you something direct from the stock that they're going to take to the thing.
Harry, you're just too good for this world. Why do you didn't have to do this?
Well, you're writing a paper for me. You're telling me how to do the paper.
Yeah, we're gonna
take that.
I'm not taking your phone, Harry. I'm not. Please get your phone.
Sorry. Okay.
It's okay.
Well, look, I'm just going to text it to you.
It's
this
fine.
Is the number
text
you want, and
perfect.
Tell them you want the Devonshire or whatever the hell you need, and they'll set you up.
Okay. You know what the bigger favor would be, Perry? The portal there. I don't drive.
Oh shit. Yeah, hold on. This is gonna be. You got how much? What do you got? Any folding money on you? Give me a little something.
I'm gonna just hand him whatever I have.
We're just gonna fade out on this. Like, you two are dangerous together.
Anyway,
it looks like you guys are doing a drug. You guys
literally just like reaches through, comes back with a pail that's still warm.
Perfect.
Awesome. And there's just like a pile of cash.
So lucky that the teacher didn't walk by, because it sounds like you guys are doing a drug deal. Like, as soon as anybody walks around the corner, it's like, what am I? Mr. Losheen. Mitzi, at lunch, Is it Zhao Da? Am I?
Zhao Da, yeah.
Yeah. So Zhao sits down. Hey, how's your day? Actually,
Well,
she just started, and she's eating.
It's been good. It's actually, can we pause this real quick? Because the art happens before lunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that art that you need to worry about, Perry?
It's me and her.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Yeah.
yeah, let's do. Actually, no. We're gonna just hang on for a second. She goes,
Well, and it actually might make sense because can we retcon it to have lunch take place before art class?
Okay.
Would that mess everything up too much? Because
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
and then so you can do the thing with lunch.
Yeah.
okay, sorry.
Lunch is a little bit late in the day anyway. Like it should be between 4 and 5, I think. 4th and 5th. Is that where it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it feels like it should be later.
Where
Anyway,
I put it, but yeah, whatever.
it's fine. No, I like the idea of her going like, so how's your day been going? And have you go, and then flash back to art class.
Yeah.
Do that scene and then come back and go.
So for reasons,
great.
for
Yeah,
reasons,
for reasons?
let's make art class after lunch.
Okay, art class for
Okay.
reasons. Art class after lunch. So how's your how are your friends doing? Your those guys.
Oh, they're good. They're good. We just had a busy weekend. Didn't get to see them much.
Huh.
Why?
Well, it's just you seem kind of stressed, and you know you've been hanging out with them a lot. Seems like during school and stuff, like in between classes and stuff.
Oh.
It's not as fine. I mean, they seem cool, a little weird. What's the one
Well,
guy?
I know you've also been busy. Oh, who?
She says weird guy. Like she's like with all the guy who with all the pastel colors and everything like that. He's
You
a
mean
little.
Carrie?
Is that his name? I mean, whatever.
Yeah, that's
he's
his name.
No, he's just he's like, what classes does he take? He's weird. He's just weird.
Oh, he's super smart. He is brilliant. He's in all the AP class. He's actually in a class with Julian.
So he's like
he's in Chip.
So he's
in
like
shop.
a nerd. He makes stuff with his like.
Oh yeah, he's very technical suave. He's made a lot of cool gadgets.
So to make this clear, because I am not going to be able to channel this correctly today.
Oh, I get what you're laying down.
Have you seen the TikTok that everybody does the voice sync with? That's the bit about like how it's like the preppy girl who's talking about how her friend's dad is a nerd because he keeps bees. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know it now.
It's like,
No.
It's like, what is your dad doing? Is he's like keeping bees? That's so weird. It's just funny that your dad keeps bees. It's just, I mean, it's cool. Keeping bees is cool. How old is your dad? I mean, and it just goes like that. It goes like this for a while, for like a good 30 seconds, and then just long dead pause, and it's like, Kelly, I want to fuck your. You think? And so finally,
Sean has left the room.
like the last thing the girl says is like, Kelly, I want to fuck you. Oh, really?
Did Sean leave or did Sean fall? I thought you fell out of your chair for a second.
No, I have.
Has no one seen this video but me?
Long room. No. But I have a big long room, so I get a good walk off.
That's awesome.
I've absolutely got to find this now.
Yeah, you do now. But yeah.
Anyway, that's absolutely the vibe where she talks about how weird and nerdy and lame and blah. Mm-hmm. And by the end of it, you're like physically uncomfortable with the way that she's like getting into the little minutia stuff, because she has clearly been watching Perry.
Yeah, I think Mitzi's like, give me your phone.
What are you doing?
And then she takes it and puts Perry's number in there and hands it back to her.
What have you done?
What have you wrought upon us all? This is going to be great. Perry, I'm excited to see what you do with this.
She's not allowed on the struggle bus. It is sacred ground.
Oh God.
Are you afraid she's gonna Yoko Ono our Beatles?
No.
Sorry.
Pause. You have to listen to however many episodes they did of the podcast You Were Wrong About, specifically about Yoko Ono.
Oh, really? I know nothing about it except the
Phrase.
like.
The phrase.
Yeah. She Yoko Ono got a raw deal, but just listen.
Oh,
listen to You're Wrong About, and it will
Cool.
it will all make sense.
And then
That's
as she
totally
hands the
fair.
phone back to Zhao, she just pulls out her own phone and just quickly texts to Perry, "Hey, I gave Zhao your number. She thinks you're cute. Bye."
What? Interrobang, 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 interrobang.
And that's all you get.
Amazing.
Hello, daughter, the eldest.
Okay. Hey, do you know the video that I'm talking about where the girl is like gazing out the window and like
I
totally
found
getting into her friend's dad about him keeping bees? And then it ends with her like, and she gets more and more into the dad. Like, how old is your dad? And at the end of it's like, Kelly, I want to fuck you. I know. You don't know this TikTok? Nobody. Did I manifest this?
Yes.
I've definitely seen it, but that particular trend hasn't been on my radar in a while. But I do remember seeing at least one iteration of it.
What?
I feel like if I haven't seen that, it doesn't exist because I've seen a TikTok about someone talking about they wanting to fuck Cthulhu.
Cthulhu. How do you not know how
Well, I
to
mean,
pronounce Cthulhu?
everyone wants to fuck
Listen, man, you
Cthulhu.
haven't educated me.
No, I just
Yeah.
want to be eaten first.
It's fair.
I can.
So if I don't know, about
I dropped it in the group
it's not
chat.
real.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like
This
I've.
is sick though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really,
I
really
sent
good.
that to you. All right,
I know you did. I'm trying to find. Yeah, you're getting a drive-by waving.
It's a drive-by fruiting.
I feel
my
like
God.
I've recently liked one of these videos actually.
I
my
dropped it in the
God.
group chat.
Yep.
I just watched it.
POV, your dad keeps bees.
Yeah, it's such a good audio. Yeah, but that is 100% the energy that she's giving off. There's a bunch. If you go to that audio, some of the people do a really, really good job with the voice sync. And just I think it's from a cartoon originally. I think the original is actually like some animated series.
Oh gosh.
Which just makes it even better.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
How old's your dad?
Mitzi
That's
text-
when you know things have really gone off the rails.
Missy just texts Perry like, by the way, I gave Zhao your number. Okay, bye.
And I don't.
So
I don't know if you heard that Perry's reaction was just all caps. What? Interrobang, 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 interrobang. So yeah.
what is the tarot thing?
Interrobang.
The exclamation
the-
point and the question mark combined into one symbol.
Oh, okay.
Only Perry uses that regularly, and he uses it often.
You know what's funny is Frank uses it regularly and often.
There you go.
So
How do you?
And I think
Yeah,
Mitzi sends back a sparkly heart emoji. That's all she sends back to you.
that's a situation where you have to have worked to get it into your keyboard lexicon enough
No,
to.
you absolutely do. Yeah, I had to set up a shortcut for it. So if I hit a question mark followed by an exclamation point, it will give me the prompt. Would you like to? And so the predictive text will come up, and I'll hit it. And so yeah, that's how.
Yep. I have the same thing for whenever I type shrug on my phone. It turns it into the
Same.
the shrug
Same.
emoji. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway,
finding the little Japanese
'cause
character in the
otherwise
middle of that is too difficult.
it's
Right.
very complicated. All right.
Art class.
Art class. She goes, I mean, that's like, is that cool? Right? I mean, you're not like, usually we're into the same guys sometimes, and you're no?
I mean, he's a great guy. I highly recommend. I will write a reference letter if I need to for him if you need that.
Like,
but,
how are you highly recommend? This is making me nervous. This is like this isn't like an X thing, is it?
No. He's just a really nice guy and a really good friend. Like, Can I just have nice guy friends?
Yeah, you're weird. That's cool.
Yes,
love
I
you.
am.
You're
Yeah, I
great.
love you too, bitch.
This is a mess.
I am. See, the thing is, this is almost too easy to channel
Is your
because
child?
Right.
my child, her friend left not that long ago, and they are 100% this energy. Like, love you too, bitch. Like, yeah. Anyway, yeah. She actually came in to give me a hard time because I told her not to take too long of a nap, and she came in to give me a hard time for not waking her up earlier.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So, art class. What, Silas? Why do you have art class?
Well, I originally took it to impress Mitzi before I knew that she was on the team with me. And then we had the thing where
Oh
we were
my
at the
God! Really? Like you were?
yeah, like
You were?
I had a thing for her, and then we were at the whole like thing where we had the big fight in the park.
Yeah.
There was the moment where it's like, oh,
Oh.
and like that's how
Uh-oh.
that happened.
That's hilarious. I never got that it was like before the girl.
Yeah. Well, because like his whole thing was he was kind of like he signed up for art class to like to impress the ladies or whatever, and then found one particular person.
Is he good at it?
I don't think that that's for him to say.
Or is it like, I mean, do you think, does he think is this like, I'm going to sign up?
He thinks so.
I mean, in my generation, it was sign up for home ec because it's going to be nothing but girls and the one other guy who had the same good idea that you did.
That was the motivation, yeah. But he's kind of like.
To be fair,
Like,
I'm
he
now a
used to
hell of
be
a cook and I can sew things, so.
So
Fucking
I
win.
think that like at the beginning of his arc that like he was kind of a fuckboy, and like that was what he was trying to do, and then like he's like, wait, no, I actually kind of like actually like this girl.
Speaking as someone with a skin fade that cuts in at the part and so forth, I can say with love in my heart, he still has that haircut. So, so do I. So I can see it. I'm just saying I see the progression there. That's. I mean, I'm right. It's the thing. Yeah. Anyway. Just this is what happens to a fuckboy haircut when your hair starts to thin. Anyway, it hurts. It hurts.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't know
Fine,
anything about
Andrew.
that.
You win. I guess. Whatever.
My mic has been off apparently. But no, like yes, your hair just you don't get to, it doesn't do what you want it to do ever.
No, it isn't. All right. Anyway. So, art class. What's going?
So
Mitzi really wanted it. Apparently, both of you guys really wanted this class to happen. So, what's going on here? What's set the scene?
So,
Somebody set the scene.
I think my seat is actually behind Mitzi's, and so I would come because I'm late to everything. So I come in and I sit down behind Mitzi.
So clarification, I kind of like the big tables as like our seats. So maybe you're at a
That makes
different table
sense.
than I am. Like maybe you're the one behind me.
Yeah, I like that. The big
And
tables
the
are
bar
good.
stools instead of like actual like.
Yeah,
chairs.
it's almost like a converted chem lab or so. Like
Yeah.
the
Right.
the
100%.
taller chair. Yeah, gotcha. These are those tables, and they all have like paint that just is not coming off of that Formica ever again.
Generations of paint.
Of paint stains.
So yeah, I come in a little later, and I kind of wait
I need to keep
because
this.
I don't want to like I want to give Mitzi the opportunity to like talk first because I want to give her space if it seems like that's what she needs.
Yeah, I think she sees you walk in, and just like sort of like her eyes drop to your hands, and then like just sort of like looks away because like the immediate look of guilt
Mhm.
overcomes her face, and I think as they're working, you hear the knock knock in your head.
Did we decide that you were left-handed or right-handed? Like how hampered are you at this point?
Hold on. Even it's left, odd it's right.
it escaped on the floor. Ah, look at them!
Yeah, I'm
Roll a
left-handed,
D100.
so I'm super hampered.
They've been drawing the people for their cozy town. I'm
Oh my
just
god.
just
I love
sharing.
that.
I love it.
Little tiny cute elementals. That's the cozy town. It's
I
adorable.
love it. I love it. I love it. I love
Carry
it. I
on.
love
Anyway,
it.
sorry. Hands.
So left-handed.
Left-handed? Oh God. So it's you're like writing like a preschooler with your right hand today because the left is just not.
Yeah, so probably actually noticing that she looked like she felt guilty about the hands before I get the knock knock, I would have like thrown a crumpled up piece of paper at the back of her head. And when you
It's our
open
class,
it,
they don't care. Like,
right. When you open it up, it's just a note that says it's not your fault.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh.
I mean
then
that's
you
the
get
most
the knock-knock.
that's the most sixth
Yeah.
grade like comfort and support attempt I've ever seen. But you know,
I mean,
So I get the boop.
Silas.
bloop, bloop, bloop.
How are you feeling?
I'm okay, but really, how are you feeling? I'm so sorry that you're how hands how feel like. There's not like words because she can't really string sentences together. She doesn't know what to say.
He's like at 60% hands right now. He's got like
Pictures.
six. He's got like 6 out of
And
10
she's like at
digits.
60% brains talking to him, so like it's only fair.
All these.
I've
60%
had
hands.
worse.
Yeah.
I have questions about when that might have happened, but carry on.
And then, yeah, she's just like, I'm okay. I'm sorry that I wasn't here for whatever that happened.
There's some situations that are no-win situations, and it's not your fault. Like, you did your part, and
And I
we all
know,
did
like,
ours.
all I did was put up a fucking barrier that like
You
hindered a lot of
saved
people.
lives, is what you did.
And then I couldn't save our friends from fighting with each other and
That wasn't your
hurting
fault.
themselves and feeling bad. And if I could have not been so in my head and in other people's heads, I could have been there.
All right. Here's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a little bit crazy for the next couple minutes, but you're gonna have to trust me, and
Okay.
Ooh.
we're gonna see what we can do about getting that head a little clear. And so after that, he reaches into his backpack
Okay.
and he pulls out a wrist rocket and
A
on the
slingshot?
fly, yeah, pulls
Alright.
it and fires it at the fire alarm.
What are you using for ammo? What are you using for ammo?
It's some ball bearings that I stole from shop class.
That's fucking dangerous, dude. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
It's I'm kind of disregarding
You can
that.
you can go duck hunting with that, but yes, go
Yes.
ahead.
So I set the fire alarm. I set this fire alarm off, and as everyone's lining up at the front door, I very quickly like grab Mitzi's hand and like run out the back door.
Right here. Just like that.
Amazing. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love that you have one in
Of course I do.
reach.
Why would he not?
I'm not even
I,
sure
like-
those are legal in California anymore.
I was thinking about things, and I was like, I feel like that. I don't even feel like that's meta. I feel like that reasonably tracks with his character.
No, yeah. No, not at all. He like, well, what kind of? It's like, Robin still got the little, or not, like Timothy Drake. Robin still has the little extendable baton, even if he's in street
Right.
clothes. You've got a slingshot. You've got a slingshot
Yeah,
that can
of
like
course.
do serious harm to anybody that isn't invulnerable. Yes. Would you get in trouble at school? Yes. Are you still carrying it? Yes. Still easier than a tonfa, especially if it looks like it came out of the
I think the
Cretaceous
the
period.
first time you pull that out of your bag fully formed, that Perry sees it, he's like, dude, no. And the next time after shop class, you now have one where
I
the
do.
rubber is up in your collar, so it's not, you can just go like, and then like everything breaks down, so it looks like it's just part of your shit, right? So you're
amazing.
not gonna get caught with it ever, but you can always have it.
All right,
I
so
love
fire
it.
alarm.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So fire alarm.
So I set off fire alarm. We sneak out of the back door, and we run out in the parking lot. And do I have a car or a motorcycle or anything?
I mean,
I think a motorcycle would be cool.
Feel like it's not going to be as cool as your suit. You want it to be as cool as your suit.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like a
scooter.
it's definitely like an old beat up Honda. Like it's not like an American motorcycle.
It's not done up black and green. It's just And so there's no way you're never going to see this thing in an actual combat situation because it wouldn't match when he arrived.
Right.
I feel like that would matter. As opposed to my 8-year-old who has announced very proudly that she's assembled her full, like she's ready to start taking derby lessons, and she's really, really proud of the fact that the skates, the pads, and the helmet in no way, shape, or form match. Like she is like, I feel like a real derby chick because none of my stuff looks like it goes with anything else. Anyway.
Amazing.
Anyway, carry on.
And so we jump on that and we go to the mall, and we go to specifically Aladdin's Castle, which is the arcade
of
in
course.
this mall.
It's, my God, Aladdin's Castle. Oh my God, I'm having flashbacks.
First, I think she's very concerned about getting on a motorcycle because I don't think she's ever ridden a motorcycle before.
It's amazing.
And yeah, she can fly and all that stuff, but still, the fact it's
yeah, this thing went down, I'd probably be in more trouble than you would be.
Oh yes, 100%.
Trying to drive a motorcycle with 60% hands.
To make it work.
It hurts, but I pull it off.
Okay.
I'm taking mostly back roads.
All I imagine is I just wanted to say it's a lot like riding an anglerfish.
You just want, oh God, you just want, like if everything goes right, you're fine. Because throttle, you got just enough fit. You got your thumb and your forefinger over here for the brake. God help you if you got to do anything fancy. But you're probably fine as long as nothing goes wrong. Probably. So you're going to the mall.
Yeah.
Going to the mall, yeah. And so I'm trying to do my best to help her fling herself into easy relief.
Sorry, they're still very involved in doing their maps for Cozy Town, even though we're not actually playing right now. So, what other features did we have? I'm like, literally all of the reference stuff is downstairs. Fling yourself into easy relief. I mean, Mitzi, do you dive in here? Is it just going to be an afternoon of blowing off classes and doing video games?
I guess so, because I wouldn't say got kidnapped to go to the arcade, but she kind of went along with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
was very unexpected.
You were a willing accomplice to your abduction.
To playing hooky, yes.
Okay, so okay, got to get back over to the thing here. Shockingly, I don't have a video arcade backdrop to drop this in, but we'll look at conditions real quick. Fling yourself into easy relief. To get rid of hopeless. It'd be funny if she didn't have hopeless.
I do have hopeless.
Oh,
I have everything.
That's right. You have everything. You can pretty much do all the things right now.
Yeah.
What's the main video game that you end up playing? Like, what do you spend the most time on? Is it like a zombie shooting thing? Is it a racing thing? Is it a
I'm trying to think.
Like VR Mario Kart? I don't know.
It is I think it's like a Beat Saber sort of situation. Or,
Yeah.
Is it called Beat Saber or is it called something else?
No, that's it.
Beat Saber is a real thing.
Yeah, Beat Saber's a real thing.
I'm thinking there's another game called Beam Saber, which is a Forge in the Dark mech game. So I was like, hold on, what's the word?
Beam Saber's an actual TTRPG.
Yeah, that's I was like, hold on, what's the exact word? Yeah.
I feel like Mitzi and Silas are doing it like Scott and Knives style.
Oh my God.
Where they're like tag teaming it.
Where you're fighting zombies, but it's also a dancing game.
Yeah.
The one from Scott Pilgrim.
Right.
Yeah. When they're doing the ninja run in unison. Oh my God. Okay, yeah. So you're tag teaming Beat Saber at the mall.
Mhm.
Oh my god. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and I think it does the thing. So do I clear the condition?
It absolutely does the thing.
Okay.
It absolutely does the thing.
And I
Is
guess
it completely? Are you guys just like ultimately like doing this together, but otherwise just avoiding all
I kind of
serious conversation?
There's a moment where I kind of am like, we've been through a lot these past couple days. We don't have to talk about it. In fact, we're not talking about it right now. Today, we're just blowing off some steam.
Talk
Mitzi
later.
hugs him.
Aww.
Yeah, just.
I feel like it's still a comfort and support. I feel like it's still a comfort and support. It's also
right.
this other thing, but I feel like it's also a comfort and support. I don't know if it helps. That kind of depends on what.
What the dice say?
And kind of say
Yeah,
what the dice say.
Let's see how
there
let's
is
see how good of
hugging.
a hugger.
There's an attempt, and there is hugging. Let's see how it actually lands.
Let's see how good of a hugger Silas is then.
Oh no!
Can I spend team?
Can't spend any team. I can't spend enough team. So, okay. Okay. This is the. I will tell you this. Not for nothing. That this is the hardest part of masks. And then say,
Yeah,
hey, I
that's
need to look
never
at your
good to hear
character sheet.
from your DM.
Yeah. Okay. Got to give me a minute here. Okay. Mitzi, have you seen Caleb's mom? Like the her face in any of the stuff that's been going on?
I think it's always been like a shadow.
Like a shadow or a hand. I couldn't remember if you guys saw it in the
Oh no, yes, maybe. Like whenever she was in the group
in the aquarium thing.
in the aquarium.
Mitzi
Yeah.
would be the only one who would have seen her at that point. Everybody else
Because
was
that's when
not
she was
there.
dragging. That's when she was dragging Caleb back, like to the rest of the guys. And there was like a moment where like, oh, everybody needs to go to their parent things, and she was in the group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, I actually think she's seen her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that face!
Don't like that sentence. Have you seen Caleb's mom's face? Huh?
I hate how good Doyce is at this.
It just takes it just takes a little time. Okay, so there's a moment. I got a question. This is gonna be I like how Sean rolled the bad dice, but Mo's gonna be the one who has to make the choice here.
Oh no.
You're welcome.
There inside his shirt.
So there's a moment, Mitzi. You guys come down off of the Beat Saber platform, and you guys have been going for like 40 minutes, and it's I've seen people do Beat Saber. There's a lot.
Yeah, Mitzi had to like pull her hair up because like it was getting way too hot.
Yeah.
Sleeves are pushed up because
So little bit like sweat damp, a little bit of come with the little baby hairs like stuck to the face, kind of a thing, and you come down and you kind of trip a little bit, and Silas catches you, and you're right there, sharing each other's air, like right there. At a height, emotions are up, he might finally get his shit together enough to finally kiss you. Is maybe how you're thinking about that. I'm not sure, but it looks like suddenly most of the systems in your body are pretty sure it's about to happen based on what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Coming in, out in the mall, like, so they got the door out in the mall, and then there's like kind of too high. You can only see like from the shoulders up kind of window. There's like a row along there where you can see people walking along the mall hallway. Over his shoulder, past him, you can see this woman clearly watching you two. And it's weirdly familiar, and you're kind of like, it's like you're kind of right in this moment, but at the same time it's weirdly familiar, and it's setting off all kinds of like alarm bells. And there's a little bit like you kind of squint a little bit to go whatever. And right about the moment that you realize who it is, that it's the face of Caleb's mom. She smirks, just a little bit of a smirk, and she turns and walks away. What do you do? Or rather, I should say, what do you do first?
Caleb, I hate your mom.
Welcome to the club. We have jackets. Do you want to be the treasurer or the secretary? There's a lot of us.
Membership growing every day.
She sucks.
I think because she's seeing it and it's happening as like things are happening. She turns her face just a little bit where he gets a cheek instead, because like she's so busy like focused that she's like
kind of hands up on the hands are there, but they're kind of up on your
up
on your
I
collarbones.
know, it's the worst.
Up on your collarbones, like the arms came up, and instead of going around, they went up on the collarbone, kind of to like just a little.
And he like kind of tries to play it off, like immediately realizes that like that's not the move, and it's just like, yeah, I was just yeah. No,
Okay, it's cool. Yeah, it's good. It's cool. Let's go. Let's go.
No, and I think she's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
No,
you're good.
No,
It's fine.
Listen, no, please listen real quick. And she's gonna grab him by the side of the face, like, listen, real quick. Just Caleb's mom was just watching us.
That's it's not where I was expecting that to go.
That's why I got distracted. I'm sorry. Like I just
should we do something about it?
I don't know. She's not.
I mean,
she's not there anymore. I don't
is
know.
she
If
gonna? Is she real? I'm very
And that
confused
makes her
by this whole
pause
thing.
and,
We
like,
we were
think
in
about
an
it.
aquarium and I didn't have any bars, and so I didn't know what to do.
Is that the first thing?
Oh,
Like,
no.
I just saw Caleb's mom. He goes, "Is that really?" I can just see it's like, "Is a oh."
Immediately looking at
that's
bars.
really just. Okay, we got bars. Is that she real?
Yeah.
And now she's like, was she actually real, or was it overlapping memories coming into projections of visual hallucinations?
She was.
That's starting to sound like Perry talk.
She was acting under her own volition within Caleb's memory palace.
Like,
I don't
now,
know. Yeah.
Right now.
Oh, right there. Oh.
Yeah, Mitzi having visual hallucinations about the mom.
If you want to know if she's real, you gotta go looking for her with your
God.
brain in the mall here.
Yeah.
Skin you with my brain.
I think she's
Yeah,
gonna be like she has her hands on
Is-
Silas's face, and like she
Just-
moves them to his shoulder, and she's like, hold on one second, and then her eyes go purple, and she like her head rolls back.
Have you guys ever seen Hilda on Netflix? And if you haven't, Mo, you really need to watch it. This is research for you, actually.
Hilda?
It's not exactly kids with capes, but Hilda, 2 seasons, absolutely adorable. Actually, it's almost like Kids on Capes plus Cozy Town. Anyway, Go watch it. It's fantastic. But there's a bit in there in the first season where there's like the head lolls back and the eyes go like it just reminded me of that right there. Okay, so you find yourself with your arms encircling Mitzi's waist, just really not the way you were hoping. Because he's like
looking around to like hope that nobody's watching this awkward
you kind of like you move your body a little bit so that her face is obscured by everybody else's. It's just going to look more like whatever, more like a thing.
HPDA than anything.
Yeah, exactly. Conveniently, people will look away from that because it makes them uncomfortable, right? That's what Black Widow taught us. Anyway, all right, so. Yeah, why don't you unleash your power? I think you're not hopeless anymore, so you shouldn't have a penalty to unleash your powers. Good job.
Cool.
It's the goal.
Good job, Birthright. The perfect time to.
All right. Oh, a hit.
That's nice. That's nice.
Hell yeah.
Hell to the yeah.
I love how like Mitzi and I swapped spaces on the rolls today.
Is there a woman walking around the mall wearing Caleb's mom's face? No. Is Caleb's mom here? Yes. Is she manifesting in some way that's perceivable the way that you... She's not a person, but she's definitely an entity walking around looking like a person. How should I put this? Let me put this another way.
Is she like a
So if you're looking at like a heat map of the mall and everybody walking around kind of pale green, there's this star walking around shaped like a person, except instead of a star, it's Cthulhu-ish. Okay? Something much bigger than what should fit inside a person has been jammed into a person-sized shape and is walking around looking like Caleb's mom. The disturbing thing about that is it's actually also probably Caleb's mom.
Is my mom Cthulhu?
No.
Okay, good.
No, I'm just saying.
I feel like she'd fit in at the cocktail party, though.
That right? Yes.
She's not exactly Cthulhu, but like
she's not Cthulhu. She would never wear those kinds of clothes. No.
those tentacles.
Got the serial number scratched off.
No. She's not. Your dad did not accidentally marry Cthulhu. Exactly.
I mean, it happens to the best of us.
Not per se. Not copyright infringement. No, I'm kidding.
It's public domain.
Oh, is it? Oh, in that case, yes. No, I'm kidding.
Oh no.
No, I'm kidding. But yeah, the 10 makes it very. You can see how she's probably got some camouflage type stuff set up, but honestly, yeah, it's honestly like don't look directly at it because of the brightness. She's very easy to detect. To quote one of the most underrated movies that Alec Baldwin's ever been in, psychically speaking, she's very well endowed. You guys ever seen The Shadow? It's very good.
Oh yeah, it's been a very long time.
Looking right at her would be like arc welding without a mask.
Yeah, you go. Yeah. Actually did that once. Yeah. Terrible idea.
Why? Oh, that's
literally sunburned my eyeballs. It was great. The outside, like the outer, it was good times. That was a long 24 hours.
Jesus.
Anybody else giving off unusual pings while I'm out and about?
It's mostly the local mall, so you know what?
Banality rating.
Actually, since you asked.
Oh jeez.
Well, you asked you gave it the 10. I feel like I should be more forthcoming.
This is true.
And
poor Silas is just like,
Yeah.
Extend your senses. Is there anybody else?
I feel like I should
see. I think this is the kind of thing. Like they have these Easter eggs that are often hidden in games, that are like you've started the game and you're facing out into the world, but they put these little Easter eggs. If you turn around and go the wrong direction in a way that doesn't seem like they frequently have stuff like back in the corner of the back cave around behind a rock that's like this Easter egg that you can't get except in the thing. And it's just kind of a fun little whatever. If you have been confronted with the spirit of the mother of one of your teammates who has like some sort of eldritch power at like cosmic levels, and your question is, do I see anything else interesting while I'm already looking? I feel like that warrants an answer because you thought to go, yeah, okay, Cthulhu, but what else?
Just in case. Just in case.
I'll give it to you in the filtered version that you figure out pretty quickly by just it's like, first of all, you pick them out as non-standard signatures, and with a light mental, like sort of psychic skimming, you get their basic roles and responsibilities, which is to say, Silas's handler at Aegis, your handler at Aegis, and their supervisor are all in various stages of
We have handlers?
Apparently, the answer to that question is yes. One of them is in the food court with like surreptitious like cell phone sized mic, like a mic gun, a microphone gun. One of them is much more closely surveilling the arcade, which is to say they're inside like playing. It's like a basketball game, but you're supposed to play Connect 4 with the baskets. And the supervisor is monitoring the situation from a TGI Fridays at the food court, so he can have a margarita. Well, he's. But yeah, there's three Aegis agents that are two of them directly, and because you two are interacting out in public with a social situation, the supervisor was called in per standard operating procedure. This is BAU surveillance. So yeah, you have apparently Aegis handlers. Thank you for asking. I can't decide if Sean is like super pissed about this or super pissed at me.
No, it's as usual, beautiful storytelling. It just sucks.
It's
I'm
like,
loving it.
I mean, yeah, there's a few. I'm constantly catching you in this like sort of personification of thank you. I hate it.
Yeah, that's the whole mood.
So I think at that point Mitzi comes back. I'm like, her eyes snap back to the usual colors.
Blink, 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 blink.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
And this is she's just gonna automatically not even knock. She's just gonna just enter his brain and be like, that was Caleb's mom I saw. She is. We'll have to discuss it later. But we have Aegis handlers.
You wanna just go?
Yes, please.
Because this seems like not the place. So yeah,
you do. I will tell you though that you do track when she says we have Aegis handlers.
Yeah, and he's kind of trying to do the like support move and be like, I register how bad that is, but I'm not going to openly acknowledge it and show that I'm a little afraid too.
Do you want to try to do anything about that?
I feel like his biggest concern is like helping Mitzi blow off steam right now, and he doesn't want to do anything that's going to further like escalate that. And so at this point, he just wants to get both of them out as quickly as possible.
I didn't mean confront them. I meant try to get out of here without them. Like, do you want to try and lose them?
I mean, hell yeah! Like that sounds like a move.
It absolutely sounds like a move. It's going to be unleash your powers, because this is more, and which I realize powers has air quotes around it a little bit for you,
right?
But it's absolutely like sort of that application.
You know what? That's a solid +0. I think we'll be okay.
I mean,
if nothing else, I can use some potential. Yeah.
You've got a move on here that doesn't seem to have ever been finished. Was that an accident? Do we want to kill it off of your sheet?
Which one?
There's like, you've got Suck It Domitian, straight up creeping, and then there's like a move with no name. Is it just?
You can clear that one. I think that was an accident. I was originally going to add Game Face there, and then I realized that was more of a passive move.
Gotcha. Oh, gotcha. All right. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. Let's see how it goes.
Send it. God damn it!
Oh, but this is
Can I
close.
help?
Absolutely.
Can
You
I
can
help?
absolutely help.
Can I do team?
You
All right,
100% help. So yeah, you are like there's a back
cool.
entrance.
I'm helping by directing and like let you know like, hey, they're here, here, and here. Like.
Oh,
Right. Gotcha.
Love that.
Yeah.
No, that's great. Yeah. You can pinpoint that stuff. The trickiest one is going to be like the initial. There's enough noise that you can't imagine the mic guys like. If you're not in the right place, he's going to have some difficulty with the surveillance. Or sorry, she. The one who's actually in the arcade is the problem because the best exit out of here is to use the back exit that takes you back into the service corridors and stuff that are like in the back part of the mall. And they have a line of sight on that. So how do you distract them? So there's a little bit of sleight of hand, a little bit of chicanery, a little bit
I
of.
think Mitzi also helps out too with this because maybe there's like a kid with like a slushie or something that's walking by and she whips her finger and like makes it like just.
I say this, so there's
thrown on him.
There's two parts to this, and I'm going to do this because it's going to be that much. I'm just going to do this. So first of all, you have to break line of sight, and the best way of doing that, there's a photo booth, like one of the like pull the thing in where you guys are like in the little with the photo booth thing. So you swipe the thing, you're using up the last of your credits, you get into the photo booth, the thing's starting to go, and then you like okay, and you kind of pull the curtain aside, so you're flipping that thing, and the spill, and then you flip out through the photo booth. Kind of out the other side of the photo booth. So you've got the line of sight and they're spilt and you're kind of getting back there to the door and stuff. But the last thing is like you're grabbing the photos off the little thing as it spits out and you're heading off all those things. And there's like these, four of you with all you guys all cozy in there and all with the whatever cheek to cheek while you're like looking out through the thing and doing a little wow. And you can see the one picture that's really great is when you're like doing the little thing with the, flipping the drink. And you're kind of up there, and he's watching you. And the look on his face while he's watching you do this thing, I'm just leaving that there. I'm just going to.
And that, kids, is how I met your mother.
So good. So good, and it's so awful at the same time. That's so good. Do you guys retreat to the? I think Andrew really wanted to get everybody to the.
I was going to mention that on the way
yes.
out while Mitzi and I are communicating. I'd say Caleb mentioned something about a sanctuary. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, I can tell you where to go.
Okay.
Sweet. And
can we take a brief break before we do the sanctuary scene? Would that is
is
now
that cool
okay
with
time for
everybody?
that?
It's we're close to closing time, but we'll give everybody. Let's do like 5 minutes and just make sure we're
Right on.
dialed in for this
Thank you,
last
thank you,
thing.
thank you.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mo, I had to steal your tank top look for the day. You're on mute. I can't hear you.
There you go. I was just like, yeah, I was gonna say I liked your tank top earlier, and I didn't. I didn't get to
I
see
love it because it's got a pocket.
Oh, it does have a pocket. That's nice.
I know that's a weird thing, but like, it makes me happy.
See, I love those, but like, I got things that pockets are not good for right there.
Things are in the way. It sucks.
It sucks.
Like, yeah, but I was like, you're always showing off your guns. Like, I'm like, I gotta show off my tiny little babies, my little babies.
Yeah, they look
You
great.
can't
Oh,
even see them though, like because of that. But like, no, I don't like my arms at all. I don't. Never been a fan of them.
hi.
They're just very plain and basic, and that's okay though because
Cover them in tattoos. See? There you go. Perfect. Yeah.
those are I have so many tattoos that people don't know about because I never wear shirts that show them off, and everybody's like, "You don't have that. You don't have any tattoos," and I was like, "I got like 15 tattoos." And they're like, "What?" I'm like, yeah, I have all of the.
I have 7, so like I understand.
Yeah, they're not for everybody else. They're for me. So
Yeah.
I have all
My
the
mom always
lantern
told me,
symbols on my back.
My mom was like, "Oh, as long as you get tattoos, because you'll need a job, and like, just get them to like where you can get a job." And now my job, because I work for the state, and they're like, we don't care about tattoos. We
Yeah,
don't care about piercings. We don't care about hair color. And that's why I got my nose pierced, is because they don't care
Yeah.
about it.
that's awesome. Yeah, I've got my entire right arm planned. It's I just talked to my artist. We're doing it in April for my birthday,
Yes.
and
When's your
it's going to
birthday?
be April 14th.
Oh.
Fun fact: that's the day Abraham Lincoln was shot, but not the day he died.
Yeah, because he died like what, 3 days later?
He died the next day. He died on the 15th. Yes.
We have the
And-
weirdest cross pollination of related
What? Hang on.
stuff. No, we just my birthday is Abraham Lincoln's birthday, and my dad's. I was born on my dad's birthday.
That's weird.
Right.
I mean, that's super cool. Also bizarre. Like,
It's just a weird cross connections between all
so
of us.
like a week before, literally born almost exactly a week before the Chernobyl incident.
Dang.
The look on your face, Joyce, you're just like, are you real life, Caleb? Like, what's happening?
No, I'm pointedly not talking about the historical events that coincide with my birth. Because I'm pretty sure I had to write it. I'm pretty sure I had to write about the Chernobyl incident in high school.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's totally fine.
Also, I'm very happy you're an Aries. Makes me excited.
It's funny, somebody did my star chart. I don't know what these things mean, but apparently I'm an Aries, Gemini, Aries.
Oh.
And apparently everybody's like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. And I'm like, cool.
I can see it. Yeah. I can see it.
The way you said "oh" made me think, and that's when Mo messaged me about needing to get out of the game.
No.
It's just like that.
Definitely not.
Aries, Gemini, Aries. Oh.
Oh.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Don't know what it means.
Everybody. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. My words stopped.
Everybody in my life is either like middle of February with me or the end of August. That's literally everybody.
Okay, Joyce, this is going to be a very bizarre thing to ask. When is your birthday? Is it like mid-February?
Look up Abraham Lincoln's birthday.
I have to Google stuff.
All right, I'm looking up. Hold on.
I'm looking it up now. Abraham.
February 12th.
What?
Joyce, you're born like 5 days away from my mom's birthday.
2 days away from my mom's birthday. My mom's born on Valentine's Day.
My wife's Valentine's Day too. So we go out.
A lot of aquarii in your house.
Oh yeah, I told you. Middle of February, early middle of February, or end of August. That's everybody. Nobody else gets born any other time. They're not allowed.
My siblings, my younger sibling, and my older half brother are 15 years and a day apart. They're both September 17th, September 18th. I always forget who's who on which day.
That's fantastic.
I'm just like, so next week is like their birthdays. I'm like, okay, whose birthday comes first? Is it June's or Bobby? Or June's or Edward's? Okay. Oh, yeah.
No, I have a birthday to worry about on the starting in August on the 16th, 23rd, 25th, 27th, the 28th, and then September 1st. Just and then January 25th, February 1st, 2nd, 10th, 12th, 14th, 15th, and 16th. In my like relatively immediate, yeah. But my wife and I we go out when we go out. We don't do it in the last couple of years, but our birthday, take your wife out for her birthday meal, is because she's a very understanding person on February 13th, because it lies in between our birthdays, and not at all because there's no possible way I could ever take my wife out on her birthday, because it's Valentine's Day. So we go on the 13th in between.
Love it.
That's what we do.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it works out really well. She grew up thinking that she collects heart things, sort of. Amateurishly, like not, that's not quite the word. She collect. She's very lazily collects heart stuff when it appeals to her, because when she grew up, there was all this heart imagery right around her birthday, and when she was a little kid, she thought, and her parents allowed her to think, continue to think, that all the hearts and stuff that were in the stores were because of her birthday. Because she always got heart stuff for her birthday, usually like amethyst little gemstone or purple colored, whatever. So yeah, she's the whole Valentine's Day like iconography she associates with her birthday, and thought it was all for her when she was a kid. It's like her thing. Anyway.
I love it.
Anyway, so
when we last left our intrepid
Mo's down here, like, that's nice, and is busy charting everybody at this point. This, like,
I'll send you my chart.
I see you looking down and doing.
Send it to you.
I see you looking down and doing study motions with your shoulder.
Like, I can give you the time I was born. I can give you all of that.
No, you're
muted. I'm a double Scorpio with the moon in Cancer. If that does anything for you.
Mo, you're muted.
I was just like, my big old astrology book's over there. I don't know if you'll know Bam, Zach Bam on the TikToks. His wife's actually an astrologer that I was following them separately. Like, I was following her and I was following him, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's my wife. I'm like, oh my god, it's your wife.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I love the connections. All right. So, you know this already, but I'm mentioning it now so that Birthright can actually know this, is that this is actually very close to the whole area of the debacle with the out in the square, because it's an office building right near the square. And some of this stuff, it kind of starts to click a little bit, like, oh, that's why his dad showed up in the middle of the fight, because he was right there, and because it's his dad's office building, and like all this stuff kind of starts to make sense a little bit, or it provides more context. I shouldn't say it suddenly makes sense, but it provides more context to some of the stuff you noticed in the, like, that you knew already in the past as you get up to the sanctum. The main window in Caleb's dad's office looks out over the park. I don't know if you can help having your eyes like check to see if there's the shadows of any more additional statues out there. Surely there couldn't be any more in 2 days, and surely there couldn't be any more in just 2 days. Now you're not so sure, though, if you're thinking about his mom and why was she at the mall, and you have to wonder if there's any people that disappeared from the mall today, and yeah.
I forgot about all that. Oh shit.
Why do you think I'm doing it to you now? have her out there doing nefarious shenanigans. I have to make sure people know the shenanigans are shenaniganing. Maybe after the fact. Or maybe I just thought of it just now. Who can say?
At this point,
Is he
we don't
planning
know.
ahead, or is he just smart enough to make it up as he goes along? This is when you need the Zoidberg comic that says, "Why not both?" Anyway,
Yeah.
All right, so and
Okay,
then
well, that's-
the closet and the shimmery, warbly distortion.
Almost
Tiny,
water.
tiny.
Yeah,
Almost
think,
water.
I think when we get there, Mitzi's gonna be like, "All right, it's a little weird getting in. Just let you know." And she's
Oh,
gonna,
us doing something weird, unheard of.
You walk into a wall of chocolate-based baking smell, and
It
Perry.
smells like food because I'm making food too.
Oh, proper
just-
proper food. Okay, and
Like, yes, it's everything.
and Perry cutting himself off in the middle of a sentence that says, "What am I supposed to do with the cell phone number? And what does a smiley wink crying emoji thing mean? What is she even doing with this? I can't. This is too much with the."
Perry,
And then
Perry,
she turns back to the door like, "Hi."
Mix, big bowl of frosting.
frosting you can't mess up. Just mix it as long as you need, man.
Perry, you've given
Just
Perry the
mix
mixing
forever.
thing because
And I have.
he's not noticing that it's getting stiffer or anything like that because he's just talking about this whole thing while he's thinking. I just felt it buzz again. She sent me something else. Nobody else does the vibration thing because I haven't set her on silent yet. So it means she said something. What's it gonna be? I don't have any hands free, but I can't. Yeah.
Perry, you'll be okay. You'll be okay, bud. It's okay. Somebody apparently wants to talk to you. There's nothing wrong with that. You're a cool dude. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be yes, you're a don't yes, you're a cool dude. Of course you are. All right. Now,
I feel like half the time Perry's mouth just does things whether or not he's paying attention to it or not. So the first thing he says to Mitzi by way of greeting is, "What does a winky face plus a squirrel emoji mean?"
Absolutely comes in the middle of the conversation every time. Like as if you've been there with me from the jump. That happens a lot.
and I think
Anyway.
as they're coming in, Mitzi actually, because she's worried about hurting Silas's hands, like she just grabs him by the wrist instead. She doesn't want to grab by the hand because they're hurt, and she doesn't want
Aw.
to lead him in.
Aw.
Yeah.
All right. So, but this is Caleb's place. So let's as you're making you have new arrivals. Do you think?
cool. So there's a little desk that's got all of the books that I can ever remember. I don't know if they have actual content, but that's for him. But one of the things that Birthright would notice is a neon green spinning fight thing. So what you hit one of the it's basically a stand and then different sticks that come out and
I know you're talking about the Kung Fu test dummy, the practice dummy, yeah.
The wooden ones.
It's one of those. It's one of the wooden ones just sitting over there, but it's painted bright neon green. And it's just chilling over there.
I see.
There's a couch, there's musical instruments everywhere. And you notice this is all new too. All of the instruments now have a color corresponding to each of you. I painted it and made it all that. But you walk in and it just smells like tacos and egg rolls is the best way to describe it. I'm making birria taco egg rolls. So birria taco filling with cabbage and carrots.
That sounds amazing, actually.
I would eat the hell out of that, but I also think probably there's some sort of social war crime involved in just the conception of it. But I'd say
Chino Latino is a thing.
Oh, there you go. All right. No, yeah, good point. I would eat the hell out of that, though.
I've made it before. It's a legit thing I've made. They're delicious.
Amazing.
messy. Oh, they're messy.
My reaction isn't quite the same as when Mo said something about banh mi a couple of days ago and reminded me that exists, and that
Mhm.
I was within like 10 blocks of a place that sells it, but I had already had lunch, and I was so close to just deciding it was going to be second lunch.
There's a place around the corner from us called Quirks, and they make a pho-rito, and so like the inside is pho, and you dip it in the miso, and like eat it
That
like a
sounds
burrito. It's so
amazing.
good.
Oh my god! Yeah. When
Cool. That's what I'm gonna make tomorrow.
when cultures clash, and it's delicious.
Yes.
Anyway, so
Cool.
food is happening.
Mhm.
Why is food happening,
Yes.
Caleb?
Like I'm not gonna like literally just like apparently let everybody hang out wherever they want or whatever. But like, as like everybody comes in, I'm gonna like sit Caleb or Silas down first because he's never been here, and this is probably not a comfortable place for it to be. It's weird if he's not liking the deep sea stuff.
Bars.
Probably not.
They're like, I have one bar. Like, you're pushing it, bud.
Well, I'm gonna sit down and bring birria like egg roll tacos as a peace offering.
You check the bars when you first come in, and then you look out the window and see the perfectly intact, completely not creepy square out there with all the statues and everything like that, and you pull it out and check it a second time. You step back, it's like one bar, no bars, one bar. I'm not going. I'm going back out.
I'm good with it.
I'm gonna go over next to the instruments. Anyway,
So I kind of like to sit you down and be like, so here's food. I needed to say thank you. You kind of let me take the reins the other day, and even though I'm not real good at it yet, you kind of let me jump into that, and not many people would have just like, I'm down. He's got this. Let's go. Even though you were there. You had my back 100%, and I just wanted you to know I appreciate it a lot, and I'm here for you when you need me, no matter what. I'd appreciate it if you didn't punch me in the face anymore, because that really hurts. Because you're stronger than most people that I've met. Please don't hit me anymore. But like, you were there for me. You had my back. So I just needed you to know I will always be there for you. If you need to punch Transcendent but don't want to break your arms, you let me know and I'll break my hands punching him for you. Because fuck that guy. I'm going to hand you this big old plate of egg rolls.
That's so nice. Birthright kind of smiles and he says, I'm not the leader of this team. None of us are. This team works because we all trust each other. And I trust you.
You're a good man. Appreciate you. I'm going to get up. I'm going to walk over to Mitzi, who's probably... Are you in the beanbag?
Yeah, Mitzi's in the beanbag. She actually has her sketchbook out, and she's like furiously drawing something. And like, I think while Perry's like talking at her about like asking her why,
and making a frosting brick. Yeah.
I just saw that there's a tambourine that says, "In case of a jerk, throw on the spot." In this.
my gosh.
In case of a jerk, throw on the spot.
That's okay.
Tambourine. I now need that somewhere in my house. Just a tambourine to throw at a jerk.
Yeah,
So,
I guess Perry's talking at her, and she's like, yeah, it's fine, and like giving like half-ass responses because she's like focused.
yeah.
And as you come over, she looks up. She's like, "You're probably gonna need to sit down for this."
Can it wait for just a moment? I have things to say to all of you. And I'd rather not have a mental breakdown before I get it out, if that's okay. Because I'm like looking at her going, I know this is going to be bad, Please just take these tacos. I'll come back in a moment.
And she flips her book over so he doesn't see anything.
Okay.
Takes the tacos.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I'll be back in a moment. Hey, Perry, I made something special for you. And I walk over, and I have the most dairy-filled mac and cheese ever. I mean, like, it's 4 cheeses. The macaroni is cooked in whole milk. So, like, it gets that nice creaminess to it. There's butter, there's salt, there's pepper, there's a little bit of cayenne in there.
Little chili
to give you
sauce to go in that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah.
This is amazing. This is amazing.
It's just a big bowl just for you.
Good. Oh my god. I need to eat an entire tube of lactate. I'm gonna need a minute.
Yeah, I was gonna say I love you, but I also want you in gastrointestinal distress for the next 5 hours.
Like, I'm gonna just
is that a condition?
Oh my gosh. And listen, don't beat yourself up, man. You did great. And there has not been a plan in the history of humanity that has survived contact with the enemy. You did great.
I don't understand why you believe in me as much as you do. It doesn't make sense to me.
Remember where I'm from?
No, I don't.
Okay, don't. But just
here's the thing.
Thank you for the mac and cheese. You're amazing. Stop beating yourself up and keep doing the things.
Only because you're smarter than me. And I'm going to walk over to Mitzi. And I'll be like, okay, Mitzi, so first of all, thank you for this morning. I appreciate the talk down, making me sure I'm not beating myself up. You need to not be so hard on yourself as well. Like, I'm pretty sure that if you weren't around, we'd all be at each other's throats, because I don't know that we could get along. You kind of glue us together. So don't be so hard on yourself about, like, I wasn't there to do all this stuff. Yeah, you just being around is what we need. That's more important. Also, you don't have to apologize for us doing dumb stuff. Birthright breaking his hands, I'm pretty sure he did that on his own. I also probably should have known better that when Birthright's throwing punches, don't get in the fire zone. Like, that's on me. So don't feel like you need to take responsibility for us. Eat your taco egg roll things. And now, why am I going to have a mental breakdown today? Why am I scared?
I don't.
Can I?
She's like, yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do I have a mental link with Mitzi right now?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think she dropped it yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I say, really, realistically, what good could telling him be right now? Maybe we just enjoy the night.
You're right.
What aren't we telling who?
That was in the brain.
No, that was in the brain.
Yeah, I
That
know.
was the brain stuff.
It's just
Oh,
the
was it
two of them.
But just
two of
between
them.
two.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I think
Beautiful.
you see her like look up at Caleb, and then like she looks over at Silas, and then like looks back to Caleb. She's like, "These tacos are really good."
That didn't cause me a mental breakdown. I don't know that that's what you wanted to tell me, but I'm going to just leave it alone. And I'm going to bring cupcakes out.
After we're done eating, I heard there's a real cool new karaoke bar that just opened around the corner.
I'm going to walk over to a closet and pull out this, like, bright yellow cape and be like, I have a karaoke cape. My karaoke.
Wait, what? Why?
What's funny is that's a real thing that I own. Karaoke.
Noise. Can you not be a dad for 5 seconds?
I honestly, statistically, probably not. But
see, and I also have to say,
somehow
I'm a little.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I somehow I've ended up like sort of like growing into the straight man position. I don't know how that happened in my life, but carry on.
Amazing. I was just gonna say I'm a little salty because I had the idea of a karaoke night sign off before Shang-Chi came out, and then I was like,
Oh, did
dang it.
I need to see that movie.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I need to see it too.
I want it.
It's really
you
good.
had this idea long ago.
We keep.
Really, really good.
We really want to see it, but we also really want to see it at like 9:30 in the morning, so nobody's in the theater, and
Yeah.
that's not. We haven't had that.
We had an
opportunity
almost
yet.
empty theater when we went, which is nice.
Yeah.
That was my first movie back.
That's pretty
My
cool.
first one was A Quiet Place too.
I haven't actually been to the movies yet. If you saw my TikTok about Free Guy, that was a lie.
I don't know how to take that. I'm gonna have to go and look at it now.
So that was my attempt to, like, I food people to comfort them.
I think you should absolutely. Whoa, boy, there's a lot there. Well, okay, some of this I didn't do as a comfort and support, but I did do some things. If you look at the chat in Roll20,
I saw some of that.
Yeah. There's also the opportunity here that I'm going to give you. Some of what you did put team into the pool, so I want to. Yeah. So you've got an option here that I think you qualify for that lets you spend team out of the pool to reduce your doom track. So for every point of team that you spend, you can uncheck a box off your doom track.
Is that a thing I can do?
Yeah, it's your which let me look at it. It is share weakness.
When you share a triumphant celebration with somebody,
which is
give
what
them
you're doing.
influence over you.
And spend a team from the pool to clear one box on your doom track. So
cool.
So you did that with most everybody. So it's basically spend as much team as you want. Does anybody not have influence over Caleb right now?
No, everybody has influence. No, I have influence over everybody.
I think I lost mine actually. I'm pretty sure I lost it last week.
So if you don't have influence over Caleb, you do now. We'll do that. We're not going to worry about like necessarily.
I don't either. Actually, was that from last week?
I think it was from last week because everybody was like grow further away stuff. Yeah. I can't remember if Silas had it or not, but if you don't, write it down because that's part of it. So at least 2 of you got influence, and that would mean that you could spend a couple of team. We've got 3 in the pool right now. You could spend a couple of team to reduce your doom track and kind of.
Well, I can only reduce it by 2 either way because that's all I have on this track.
Yep.
So, is everybody cool with me spending 2 team to knock this down a couple?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Does
cool.
it mean you're with us longer?
Sure. That's the goal. Because as he said that, I looked at it and I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, it's getting a little high, getting a little up there.
I mean, I'm having fun with it.
That's good.
I feel like it's always been useful.
So
I've always walked away.
So this is a both a in character and meta thing because by all means check those 2 off. Spend the 2 team. Okay. Mm-hmm. And we see the scene of you guys just kind of hanging out. It's kids hanging out in their own apartment space, whatever, just having a good time. It's food, stupid jokes, occasional meaningful glances, occasional meaningful smiles to themselves or to others, kind of a thing.
Perry is completely oblivious to.
And
he's too busy yelling about the phone.
Well, and yeah, there's occasionally we got one shot of all 3 of you laughing with Perry gesticulating wildly and pointing at his phone and one of those things and all that kind of stuff. And as you guys are leaving towards the end of the evening, and so it's both Mitzi and Silas leaving at the same time, and kind of once you're out in the front office, and there's a pause there. You're kind of looking out over the window. It's it's better that we didn't tell him. That was a good night. It's better that we tell him. Yeah, I know. And there's kind of a little hand squeeze, a little shoulder squeeze or something like. I know. You're right. It was better. And you guys turn away and walk away, and the camera's watching you walk away from the window from outside the window, and it pulls back far enough to see his mom looking down on the building from like up in the sky, like watching that window and looking down on that as you guys are walking away from the window, and she's like watching the building, and that little smirk comes back, and Caleb's doom track, since Caleb didn't do anything or think at all about his doom and doing anything about it this session, ticks up 1 because nobody said anything to him about his mom. Because that's the end of session move, is like, did you do anything about your doom track? Not really. Okay, well, your doom advances 1. It's fine. You're still down net 2. But that last little tick, that's the meta.
I'm actually only down net 1.
No, I took one off.
Okay.
I took one off before because
okay.
of the Dever move. So you're down 1 from that, 2 from the
sweet.
others, and then back up 1. So yeah, you're still
Cool.
okay. But yeah, that last little Caleb goes to bed with that little that niggling sense of having forgotten something. Anyway.
Wonderful.
It's fine.
God,
It's
even-
fine.
Even when you're trying to be a good friend, you're fucking something up.
I mean, welcome to teenagers, where when you decide not to
Yeah.
say something about something problematic, it feels good in the moment and is not good in the long run.
Right.
Yeah.
Welcome to teenagers, also adults,
Mhm.
also everybody.
Everybody.
Humans.
And Sean's headbutting his mic. Oh God. Anyway, we'll stop there. We'll stop there. Mitzi,
Yeah.
closer to the team, further away from the team, more into image yourself.
I think closer.
Closer. To who?
I mean, I don't know.
That face.
Like, silence, like,
come on, yeah.
Yeah, me?
That's
All right, so what are we doing to my labels?
To your labels.
No. If she gives influence to you, you move her labels.
Oh, right. Well,
What are you doing to my labels?
And you can
That's a good
clear a
question.
condition,
Oh,
or
you can do that too.
you can either clear a condition or
oh, you know what? Maybe we should do that.
do what?
My condition.
Clear a condition, since you're rocking 3 even after I cleared 1 today.
Yeah, you can clear condition or mark potential for that particular sign off. So
I think I want to clear guilty.
no, wait.
because his-
We're getting confused. We're getting turned around. She gave you influence. You move her labels. She gets to clear a condition, but she gets to pick which one gets cleared.
she picks it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So it's not either or.
No, it's not either or. You move labels. That happens. So normally, she just gives you influence. You already have influence. So as a result of you getting influence, you already have it. You get to shift her labels. That's sort of incidental to the move itself. It's a knock on from the fact that you gave influence to somebody who already had it. The actual action of choosing to become close to the team gives you this list of options of clear a condition, mark potential, blah, blah, blah. So there's sort of 2 different things going on there. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you're moving labels because you got influence when you already had it. Meanwhile, Mitzi, having grown closer to the team, clears a condition or learns
I think
something.
I will get rid of guilty.
Good. I mean, certainly a lot of what everybody was saying to you was like, you should stop feeling bad about this.
Yeah,
So
that was kind of my thought.
that certainly feels like a good clear. Meanwhile, you can shift your labels. See, as you see fit. You can just put it in text or pinger or something, and we will ask Perry while you're pondering that.
I think I'm closer to the team because of, and specifically closest to Caleb because of the moments that we had.
Very cool. All right.
And because of what just happened in the last scene, I already has some influence, or Caleb already have in the influence.
Well, Caleb gets influence over you. So I think Caleb had influence over everybody already, so he can probably text you or message or put in the chat or whatever what he wants to move labels. You can clear a condition. I don't know if you have any, or you can mark potential.
I am currently rocking 3.
Oh, so you can clear a condition or mark potential. It's your choice.
I would like to
you had
clear
so
a
many
condition.
conditions.
Oh yeah.
It was a hard. He was feeling bad about all the stuff that Vigil kept saying to him last time. I think it was where some of those came from.
Right.
Vigil was kind of.
There was that, and there was
stuff.
Mitzi running away because of shit that I did, and yeah, there was a lot. I think I am less hopeless now because of friends.
I like it. Caleb.
Mm-hmm.
Closer? Self?
Definitely closer. Like definitely closer. But it's kind of it could I had meaningful, like, deep conversations with everybody that, like, kind of brought me closer to each of them individually. So honestly, it could be any of them. I just don't know who it would be closest to at this point.
Who doesn't have influence over Caleb right now? Oh, everybody does because you did that thing last.
Yeah, everybody does. That's when I'm like,
I mean, who desperately wants to share? Who desperately wants to shift Revenant's labels?
I think more likely than anything, it's going to be Perry or Silas at this point because of the, like, conversation that I had with Silas in the thing. And Perry, just because I spent most of the day with Perry after lunch, just like cooking and like talking and, like, you know, getting yelled at about, like, this girl sending me a winky face. I don't know what that means. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. Ask her.
I feel like you should give it to Perry. Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go with Perry. So we get to shift each other's labels.
Love it. All right, and
I think, like,
Silas.
I've just from the beginning loved the Perry Caleb duo. I think, like, you two together are great.
We're Pinky in the brain. That's what.
There's so much to unpack there. I think about all the things that are going on around you guys, and having you say, like, I just love the Caleb Perry dynamic. Interesting reaction to all of this.
All right, so definitely closer to the team. I feel like I've got to give it to Mitzi.
That's fair.
So I feel like I'm like slowly but surely working my way in there. And so
into the trust dynamic.
Yeah.
So close. Will they, won't they, or will they be swallowed by Cthulhu?
These are the questions.
These are the days of our lives.
These are the days of our lives, indeed.
Okay, and I think you already have influence, right?
Yes, definitely. So
I mean, Mitzi already has influence. So you, Mitzi, you can shift his labels, and then I don't think you have any conditions, do you? Other than busted hands, you don't have any conditions to clear. But so you can either clear conditions or mark potential. I think it's probably potential because I don't think you have another thing.
I don't.
I didn't expect that to whistle. I'm sorry that it whistled in my mic. Anyway, there you go. My entire upstairs smells like vanilla right now because my daughter's burning a candle. Now I'm hungry.
I actually got a room spray that's apple cider, and I just sprayed it across, like when we took a break, it just sprayed my apartment. And I'm just like, oh, apple cider.
That's a good smell for this time of year, too. For all that it's like 90 freaking 3 again today, middle of September.
Oh, I mean, it was in the 60s this morning, and now it's 91. So
yeah, it was pretty cool this morning.
Yeah, it's been like a 30+ degree differences. this past like weekend.
I'm gonna stop streaming. Thank you all. I say on the stop streaming thing. So